That's us. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Rachel had who? It's Monday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? Well, that means we've been gone for like a whole week.
You better kiss me.
Why?
Because you're going to miss me when I'm gone.
What does that mean? How does that apply to
I heard
this?
it in a country song.
You had a whole week to prepare an intro to the show, and that's what you came up with?
Prepare. That's rich.
I'm Fred Slow, your Van Nunley. For those that can't remember, Amory Castillo is on her goodbye week. We'll talk to her at length about that later. Joining us on the program to start the program, shortstop for your UNM Lobos softball team. Also, NIL athlete for Sadie's of New Mexico. Miss Double Play herself, Rachel Hadhoon. Rachel, welcome. Rachel, softball is your life. It is your thing. Albuquerque is your life. It is your thing. And speaking of double plays, the queso enchilada, they had 2 rolled flour tortilla enchiladas filled with green chili chicken, smothered generously with chili con queso, served with a double side of papitas, created by UNM current softball or baseball player Chase Weisenborn and UNM softball player Rachel Hadhoot, who is with us. Rachel, you ever walk off a game against UNLV over the weekend? It was a big one for obviously you girls, but you walked off a game before. You ever walked one off with a home run? What was that experience like? Yeah. Just put your head down. That was the whole thing. And Van, let me explain to you how softball works. So similar to baseball, seven innings, Van. So they play 7 innings.
That's one more than 6.
It's one, but here's the thing. Rachel messed around and did it in the 8th inning because they were in extra innings.
Oh, you got to play extra? That was so nice of them.
Like low key, it's not even 9. It's 8.
That is after 7.
That's after 7. What was the last one? The last one where she cut up. So obviously, you're chasing a little bit the winning record this season with the softball team. 10 wins, though. You're into the double digits. So this is the time to get hot if you're going to get hot. 1-2 against UNLV over the weekend. How's conference play been? How's the softball team doing? And the follow-up, has there been a fellowship behind the success of the basketball team this year? Yeah. Right.
Did you get a week of sleep Saturday night after that walk-up? Was your blood pressure and heart rate just skyrocketing for hours? Okay. And just go right back in.
How much funner is the World Doubleheader softball compared to the standalone? Like when you're playing softball, often it's doubleheaders, right? Yeah. So, but you get a standalone. You played 3 against UNLV, right? So, is the preparation different for a doubleheader? Does it feel like you're getting ready for the day differently, or is it all the same approach? Yeah. Is the preparation different, though, as far as who you're facing from the circle? There we go.
And pretty often on this program, we have student athletes on here. They're from all over the world, all over the country. And usually, how's your experience with Albuquerque? How's the culture shock? I can't ask you that. If you're from here, you're local, you play it.
It's my family, parents, born and raised as well. So the roots run deep in Albuquerque for sure.
And you played where?
At High school, I played at La Cueva.
Go Bears.
Yeah.
Go Bears.
Did I get that one right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so good at
I
that.
don't know if you know this, Fred, but
Yeah.
La Cueva is Spanish for the Cueva.
Ah, now I got it.
Mhm.
Got it. Yeah.
Yes.
The
So-
cave.
So you've only ever really played in front of friends and fam then. Do they
Oh, yeah.
they still come out to the university? It's the same core group.
Oh, yeah. Got a lot of family that is also from Albuquerque, so their support has always been there.
So then obviously the next leading question is, do they come to Sadie's for the double play?
Oh, yes.
That's the question. All right, so
Yes.
we have in front of you the queso enchiladas.
10% here.
That's
Thank you.
so we have it right here. All right, so I'm gonna dive in. So
Dive in.
I've never you've had it before. You had it today.
I had it today.
You just
Okay.
finished
So
eating one of these.
Oh, that's so smart. All right, so I'm gonna lean over. Van, you do a little narration on to me going into the double play. Hopefully, all right, what is this?
All
Green
right,
chili
if
sauce?
you're keeping score at
Got some
home,
queso.
Okay.
this is 2 rolled flour tortilla enchiladas filled with green chili chicken and smothered generously in chili con queso.
Oh wait, I didn't get
Served
it.
with a double side of papitas, double up on
Okay.
them papas, baby.
All right, so I haven't. This is a forkful.
So you went for the whole thing there. You got
Yeah,
a
a little bit
you got a
everything.
bite of the enchilada and some papitas
Yeah.
and some salsa, Fred.
If I was at the plate, I'd say I'm hitting up the middle right here. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm going into
You
it.
better not hit up the middle.
Little
Not when Rachel's there.
ASMR
there.
for you here.
You're
Yeah,
about to be
I'm
a
in.
6'4" if you hit it up the middle on Rachel. All right, what do we think, Fred? He's got a big chew. For the friends that don't know, Fred is from St. Louis, Missouri, and it's
Right.
taken him about 6 years to get his taste for green
To
chili.
try.
I think this is the best thing he's ever had by his face.
There's a lot of texture in this world.
Oh, yeah. Very flavorful.
You ate
yeah.
this whole plate?
I had about half of one left because it's a good serving.
It is significant.
Okay, this
This is
is
a lot of food on a big plate.
this is very good in my mouth.
It's great to hear.
And this is like a hybrid. This isn't traditional. This isn't
Do you
like
hear that already?
if they made this for your New Mexican grandmother,
Yes.
they might be disappointed in you. But for like a new generation of New Mexican eaters, they're like, oh, this is like a hybrid of like different tastes and different textures. This is not traditional, but I like a good hybrid.
Did you and Chase sit down and like put it together?
We did,
What
we
was the
did.
process? Walk us through it.
So Chase and I actually we go back pretty far. We played Eastdale together at we played Little League together at Eastdale.
Oh,
So I started off playing baseball when I was like 4 to 10 years old. So that we had always like talked about like doing some sort of collab now that we're both playing for UNM and both shortstop. So his idea was the queso. He says when he comes here, he always gets enchiladas and gets queso on the side and then smothers them in the queso. And then yeah, I just went with that. I was like, that sounds delicious. Tried it. I was like, this is amazing. And then yeah, here we are. Thanks to Sadie's.
$17.99, 2 rolled flour tortilla enchilada, the green chili chicken smothered with the chili con queso. Hecka good. And then when you buy a double play, Chase and Rachel are the recipient of a little bit of NIL help. How has NIL affected your game of softball? Does it feel real prominent? Is there a talk among student athletes?
Yeah, I think at this university, it's definitely growing, especially it's starting with basketball,
Yeah.
moving to football. Hopefully, we'll move on to softball a bit more intensely. But I think it's a huge field for college athletes, and it's definitely had a huge impact on my experience.
Me and Van have an
Alone.
NIL idea.
What is it?
Shoot.
We want to take hacks.
Take hacks?
So that's what it is.
Mhm.
So what we will do is we're not trying to take money from anyone, but a fun wager.
Okay.
I will put up, give me a fair number, Van.
$20 US.
$100.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, and I will
easy.
say here's
Where
$100.
Where do you think we work?
And for every single that I lace off of like X number of pitches, I get to take $10 off the total.
Okay.
That's the plan. And I feel like if we get enough people to do this,
Hey, that's actually a pretty good idea.
I'm telling you. And then me and Van get to hit some rise balls.
All right. When Fred's up to bat, you get to keep the whole $100. Like don't even plan on him fouling one off. Like there is absolutely no way.
Rachel's like, bring it in, guy. Step in.
I would love to see it.
No power.
Easy out.
Rachel Hadhoot joining us on the program.
If people don't understand how hard it is to hit a softball, especially at the level you're playing. It's hard enough to hit a baseball as is, but you are closer and you're throwing it just as fast. And you are throwing 8 different pitches. They rise, they go left, they go right, they go down, they change up.
Yeah.
Explain like your thought process when you toe in
Before you crack a walk-off dinger.
I mean, I have to say the thought process starts a lot sooner than then. But yeah, I usually have some sort of plan of attack, a pitch that I know that I'm gonna see, and I usually kind of just wait for that and hope I get a good swing on a good pitch. Yeah, I try to simplify it because it is a very hard task.
Have you ever tried to hit like softball at all?
I have. Yes.
Okay, so 44 feet is not far.
Shorten up that swing, baby.
No, there's very little life to, but the game has changed so much over. Oh gosh, when I started broadcasting softball, 15 years ago, wild. The amount of like slap and go the other way and 1 foot out the box, that stuff's kind of gone.
Yeah.
The way that it traditionally existed. Did you notice that change, or had it been completely gone by the time you were digging into the back of the box and swinging through?
No, I think I kind of noticed that change, especially like on defense too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's something that's always been a pretty big part of the game.
Does it change defensively? Obviously you're at the D1 level, but there's all kinds of levels to softball, right? Does it change defensively, like the type of athlete you now want at the third base? Does it change how a shortstop approaches the game? The way the hitters don't just try to fight it to the other side and outrun it?
Yeah, I think we always have like the scouting reports on the hitters, so you kind of just take it hitter by hitter, pitch by pitch, because you know what pitch is going to be thrown.
Yeah.
So trying to anticipate on the defensive side.
It's maybe my favorite game, Van. Like, I love everything about it. Big walk-off win for you over the weekend against UNLV with the Lady Lobos, and it's a win every single day at Sadie's if you come down and get the double play. Anything we missed, Rachel? Anything before we let you go?
I don't thank you. Just a big thank you to everyone here at Sadie's and you guys for having me on today.
Oh, too much fun.
Are the rest of the players jealous that you get to be the NIL athlete at Sadie's?
I think they're all pretty happy for me, but
there would be like, if I was, I'm so old now, but whenever I was playing, if I would have went to like specific businesses and been like,
Sure.
like, listen, I'm the coolest. Like, how do I prove it? Like, oh, hey, Home Depot, I'll shoot so many bricks in basketball. Like, what do I got to do? Like,
Was Allsups your first choice?
No.
Because it would be mine. I'm a big Allsups guy.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
You could go to like find a busy intersection and get a business on every corner and just call it like the Hat Hoot intersection.
Ooh.
Let me know how.
Rachel's like, listen, I am looking. We do need some help. UNM Lady Lobo, you got the big rivalry game this weekend?
Yeah, we go down to New Mexico State tomorrow.
All right, forget them.
Yep. Little doubleheader.
Just says yep.
Are either of those games going to go 7 innings? You're going to run rule both games, right?
Hopefully, that's always the goal.
What is it?
It's usually pretty competitive against New Mexico State.
They got a good squad. I feel like that's the one good program they have down there. The rest of them, I'm whatever. You don't say anything, Rachel. We're off the record. But they kind of got to figure it out in the softball game. Rachel Hadhoot, shortstop for your Lady Lobo softball team. The double play queso enchiladas available at Sadie's. Rachel, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
It's been fun.
Whenever we get back from the break, we'll recap how I'm out in front of everyone in the world of brackets because I'm the best of all time at everything. Also, RIP to the Lobos. It's over, man. It's over for the men's basketball team.
We'll always have the Mountain West tournament, Fred.
We always had Sebastian Forsling. That and so much more whenever we get back. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610 live from Sadie's on 4th, the sports animal.
We're all moving a little fast.
Clear.
Thank you.
That's the team that's going to keep up with you on KOAT Action 7 News.
We're proud to bring you coverage you can count on from across New Mexico.
Like a weather forecast that's certified most accurate and proven every day.
Start your day with more in the morning.
Traffic right now, we are dealing with a couple of slowdowns on I-25. We'll start with southbound I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. You're going to see some slowdowns. Also, northbound I-25 right now, approaching Gibson, traffic starting to move slow. Those slowdowns are going to last until Lomas. Westbound on I-40, between 2nd Street and Rio Grande, traffic moving a little slow in that area. Paseo, Alameda, Montano, those river crossings right now are all moving up to speed.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Curlow. B Traffic Center.
The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
He is the head coach of the Mountain West Conference Tournament champions, Richard Pitino.
The heroes welcome. I mean, that was unbelievable at the airport. That's why you come to a place like New Mexico, is because of the fans. It reminds me of Kentucky basketball. If we continue to grow this program, our fan base, and continue into it, it could be a special situation.
Start your morning weekdays at 7. 5.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Are you on the lookout for a new exciting career opportunity? Or perhaps you're ready for a dynamic new beginning? Step into a world of possibilities at Isleta Resort and Casino, where we don't just offer jobs, we cultivate careers. At Isleta, we cherish our team members and commit to their success and growth. Immerse yourself in a vibrant work culture that thrives on positivity and support. We take pride in offering our team exceptional benefits, including comprehensive health and wellness plans, a generous matching 401k retirement program, and free delicious hot meals during shifts. That's not all. At Isleta, your career progression is a journey we navigate together, providing ample opportunities for advancement and professional development. Join us at the Isleta Resort and Casino Career Fair, Thursday, April 4th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in 777s. Experience a day of opportunity with on-the-spot interviews and immediate hiring decisions. Visit Isleta.com for more information. Isleta Resort and Casino, where your dream career begins.
There are any number of reasons you might consider selling your home. To move closer to family, live within a smaller budget, or just wanting a change of scenery. Whatever your reasons, having to figure out all the various housing market trends in your area may not be what you signed up for. Where an agent who is a realtor comes in. Realtors have the expertise to help you find the right price and navigate the process to sell your home in a way that's right for you. That's who we are.
That girl was nice.
Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
You're a little nervous. You're gonna
Coming
on, but
John's Optometry. Staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
It's good traits. Vaccination drops.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Blake's Slaughterburger has been a New Mexico favorite since 1952. They use the best ingredients like their very own Hatch green chili and fresh beef patties. And they cook your food fresh when you order it. Blake's Slaughterburger, the first there was, the best there is.
This is where New Mexico comes for sport. 95
Here we go, Mike's hot.
M and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hello?
We do that.
Hey, Gilbert, tell him the mic's hot. Tell him we're coming back. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. You're back.
Back on the program. Big thank you to Rachel Hadd who joined us. She was so nice.
It's so good. My goodness.
Did Marie, man, did you guys over the weekend take time to reach out to Lobo Fan and just do a little welfare check? I tried to call Gilbert Sanchez joining us on the program.
Hey, buddy.
Tried to call Gil to see how he was doing after a tough Friday.
Did you call blocked? Because nobody reached out to me. The only thing I got was possibly spam, which could be you because it is spam. But yeah, nobody checked on me. I just curled up into a ball and.
Ooh, new menu item: spam enchiladas.
Curled into a ball.
So what I did for your mental, I gave you that space that you needed to mourn on your own time.
It was needed. It was a successful year. I think everybody
up until the end.
I mean, that was everybody. What hurts most, I feel like it's disappointing. Like the national, I don't know why. Who cares about the national media picking up? I mean, Charles Barkley had him going to, I think, the Elite Eight.
Yeah. College basketball expert in picks.
I know, but I'm like, man, Barkley's picking us. Like, we got a shot.
A lot of people picked the Lobos to make a run.
I can't believe all these NBA analysis former players who are friends with Eddie House and Jamal Mashburn had picked the Lobos to do well. That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
I mean, they kind of do it every year. I mean, but it was. I mean, it was good. It was fun. We got that, like you guys said, we got that Mountain West tournament.
Yeah, we'll always have the Mountain West
That
tournament.
was nice.
It was a fantastic
run.
Hadn't felt
4
that
wins
in
in
10
4
years.
days.
Yeah, it's something to
We'll
be proud of.
always be the champ.
Now it's time to put some NIL money back into the system.
Well, there's going to be some available because some of the guys that were getting it, they're going.
Do you think, Gilbert? Do you think it stings more or less seeing Clemson in the Sweet 16? We would have handled business.
That's a good question.
I thought Baylor was very beatable. That's why I thought the Lobos were going to beat Baylor. And then Clemson showed you just how beatable Baylor was.
Maybe it's not as hard because you knew you lost to a
Sweet 16 team.
Yeah, you lost to a team and San Diego State's there. We beat them twice this year.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say we. I hate when people say we. The Lobos beat them twice. I'm not.
Yeah, you're not even French.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know who else doesn't say we when it relates to the Lobos? Jamal Mashburn Jr.
For now.
I think you could forever say we. I mean, without Jamal, we wouldn't have won those 4 games in Vegas. As much as everybody's like, oh, it's time to run its course. He's missed a bunch. Without him, he made some big shots in Vegas,
he's leaving because of toxic fan.
I hope. I mean, you think so?
What else would it be?
The barrage of hate that he got on Twitter.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, those people need to go away because without everybody putting in a little effort in Vegas, we wouldn't even made the tournament. So
that's sports fan everywhere, right?
Yeah.
That's not unique. That's not unique to Lobo fan. They made it worse, but still.
You just think that. I mean, we got to act like we haven't been there in 10 years, I guess, right? So
No.
you can't act like you've been
a
there
while.
before. Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully we learned. And, I mean, these guys don't have to choose to play here, I guess, right?
So Van and I, we're of adult drinking age.
Yes.
We're one of the very few, I believe, who are fortunate to be able to drink at work.
Ooh.
Yeah. If we were to pour one out to Sebastian Forsling
right now,
what,
don't say it.
What flavor margarita would you pour out to Sebastian, who today, alongside Jamal Mashburn Jr., entered the transfer portal?
I'd say that's a good question. As you adjust my mic for me, that I never can adjust correctly.
It's hard.
Let's see. We have, I would say, classic margarita. He's just a classic dude who just enjoys cheering on his teammates, which is always happy. I mean, he didn't get the most playing time, right? But he was, every time he was shown on the bench, I mean, the dude was just having a blast cheering on his teammates.
I think about how healthy he was going to be at the end of the year when he entered the transfer portal.
Got a lot of miles left in them legs.
Yeah, he's got some miles. And he put in some big minutes against San Diego State, right?
Yeah.
So
that game was a long time ago.
It was like a week.
Yeah, it was not long ago.
A week ago on Saturday.
Yeah.
Let me live for let me enjoy it for a month.
I've been yelling at the Clouds all year to give Sebastian Forsling more minutes.
You damn Clouds.
And if you would have given him more minutes, University of New Mexico coaching staff, he'd still be here with us. We'd have our loving, giant, I mean, basically just a white Wembayama. I mean, underused white Wembayama.
We'll never
the
know.
Swedish street ball.
We'll never know. We might know.
Pour out a Marga Sweda to Sebastian Forsling.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's tough. It's always sad to see players leave, but I guess that opens the door for opportunities for some other guys to come in and transfer in. So we'll see. It's hard because it's early. It just happened, and everybody's just.
Well, there's no reason to recruit anymore. You just only go to the portal, right? Like that's the only thing that matters.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what they say, but Toppin.
Yeah.
Oh, is he gone too? Let me refresh.
No, okay. Can we? I'm going to name I feel like I should not say any players' names because then you're just going to say they're transferring. They're Toppin, freshman, True Washington freshman. So I mean, there's talent. There's talent in the freshman pool, if you will.
All right. So do we got to double down on more Sadie's student athletes here? Like keep recruiting more guys to Sadie's to make sure they stay here?
Maybe. I think. I mean, there's lots of keys to the NIL here. I know 505 SV. I forget the letters, but 505, the NIL
Sports
collective,
Venture.
Sports Venture.
Yeah,
they do a good job, and I know that. I mean, you coming down here to eat these delicious enchiladas or Donovan Dent's triple threat nachos, that goes a long way. And but I mean, if you can come on down here, if you can donate to Kurt Roth's collective that he's got going on, and let's see what we can do next year.
Jamal Mashburn Jr. goes back to the state of Florida. Is that right? He ends up playing for
Like Miami or something. They have a lot of money over there. But I don't think Mash was taking any NIL money. I don't think he was. Maybe I'm wrong. I think he was well taken care of
because of his millionaire father.
Because his father is a brilliant man and invested in a lot of good stuff. Yes, I think he invested in a lot of properties and all that kind of stuff.
That's super sweet.
That is
smart.
smart.
So I don't know. I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong. So
a good investment would have been the UNM basketball team.
Maybe he could have came and bought a triple threat nacho.
Like a bunch of them.
Like 7,000.
Like enough to beat Clemson.
Yeah.
I mean, Kentucky needs some help. They also got bounced out in the first round. Does he go where his dad played? Does he go to Kentucky?
I like the Kentucky.
He would be like the oldest player on Kentucky by 4 years.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they probably have an age restriction over there. You have to be under.
Correct.
Right. Yeah. You got to go pro after your freshman season, or else you're not welcome there.
They really
Kentucky
do
would be
that
nice.
anymore? No one does that anymore.
Yeah.
That's all days gone by.
Yeah, I don't think you can after turning pro after your freshman.
Nah, no one does
I don't
that
think
anymore.
it's not allowed, right?
It's not even
The NBA
cool
changed
anymore.
Well, yeah. I mean, the few big schools used to get all the one and done blue chip guys, and they go straight to the NBA, and no one could touch them. But now with the NIL, like these guys are spread out all across college basketball. And then now some 26-year-old graduate student who's about to be an accountant at H&R Block is draining threes down your neck, and you bounce it in the first round.
That's not. Is that what the kid from Oakland? Is that a shot? You think he's gonna be working at HR Block next year?
Somewhere.
He's gonna be doing my
I'm sure.
taxes.
I doubt he's gonna be playing basketball.
I mean, not in
Probably.
America. Like he could, how that
European
is.
game. They're
Globetrotters, maybe.
Play some wing D.
I'm just looking here at the transfer portal.
Don't look at the transfer. Oh God. Are you looking for players who can come here?
Sebastian Forsling's obviously the most sought after recruit in the NIL portal. Everyone knows
If
that.
you're looking for a good teammate,
Nia Wilson, she went in.
oh yeah, the women's. There's like 7 women's players.
They're
Atlanta,
gone.
right?
My goodness.
I don't know what's going on
I'm
there.
not trying to read in too much to any of it, but it's like weird at this point. It's too many. There
Yeah.
aren't that many athletes.
You got to pay everyone, man.
Everyone
It's
needs-
different.
Got to pay.
So Clemson's in what, like the Sweet 16, or how does this work?
I think that's what happens when you win 2 games. Yep. Arizona. They got the Arizona Wildcats, as Keanu Reeves would say in Speed.
Cinderella's
Good
coming for
reference.
Clemson.
That's the only 90s movie I ever watched.
When you were watching the game and you saw the Lobos as an 11 seed, couldn't get past 11 points in the first half. How many? I mean, they were on 11 points for like 10 straight minutes there.
Yeah, it was rough.
Van and I were watching it at Sandia Sportsbook. And as we were watching it, you just kind of kept hearing everyone go,
Oh.
ugh,
Oh.
ugh.
By halftime, I was just thinking of, it was kind of like it was my one shining moment for the Lobo season. At halftime, I was playing that in my head of just all the great times that they had this year.
There were some good
I
times.
just learned that that's what that song is called.
One shining moment?
Yeah.
Like right in this moment?
Been watching college basketball like a week ago.
Oh, okay.
Been watching college basketball, been watching March Madness my whole life, and just learned last week that song that they play at the end every single time, the one shining moment.
Yeah.
Wild.
And we had some shining moments this year.
There's a lot of Jim Nance on these broadcasts. Have you guys been watching this?
Yeah, Houston grad, right?
It's too much. It's too much Jim Nance.
It's a storyline, right?
Is it? It just seems a little
Were you more tired of Taylor Swift or Jim Nance at this point?
Jim Nance.
Jim,
Yeah,
wow.
I've been over Jim Nance for a
Who
long
got tired
time.
of Taylor Swift?
I mean,
Did
people out
somebody?
there. I mean, that was the talk.
I didn't hear any hate at all for Taylor
didn't
Swift
see
on the
any, okay.
internet.
The NFL,
Not a drop.
The NFL made a lot of rule changes today. None of them involve Taylor Swift.
That's weird.
Did they involve Jim Nance? He's a football guy. Is he a football guy too, or no? He's just
He's kind of
masters.
number one in everything. He's like a less talented Joe Buck.
Oh well, that's not Kevin Harlan, hands down the best.
Oh my goodness, you're speaking my language.
Kevin
brother.
Hart. God, I was telling
He
my
is my
wife, I was like,
favorite.
this guy's greatest.
He is my favorite in every sport except for baseball.
I don't know if I've heard him call a baseball game.
Yeah?
Should I not?
Oh, no. I'm sure he'd be the second best in the world.
To Rob Portnoy.
To Rob Portnoy, obviously.
Okay. That's true. Good point.
Josh
You guys got me
Sushan,
there.
Rob Portnoy, number 1.
I was going to say, where's
Josh Sushan, number 2.
1B.
Could be 1B.
Yeah.
Kevin Harlan.
then Kevin Harlan?
After Joe Buck.
Joe's good. Yeah, Kevin Harlan's he's GOAT status at this point, right?
I think he's the best.
Yeah.
Somebody must have some dirt on him why he's not the number 1 guy on every broadcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
Is he the G-Bot?
What was that?
The greatest broadcaster of all time?
G-Bots. Okay.
Is that not what that's called?
I thought you said G-Spot. I was like, hey, man, different program.
Oh, greatest sports professional of all time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. What is your, all joking aside, what's your Lobo moment for the year? What was your big moment?
Ooh. I mean, probably just winning the 4 games.
It should have been. That should be everyone.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to be like mine.
Was it when Rachel Hathoot hit a walk-off homer?
That
What,
was
we talking
sweet.
softball? Oh, okay, see, don't
You
set me up
choose.
like this, guys.
You don't support Rachel Hathoot and the Lady Lobo softball team. That's what you're saying.
She's probably listening now, too, now that she's not on the air talking about it. Yeah, Rachel Hathoot's walk-off, number 1.
She's in the transfer portal, and she's going to announce she's going to Garcia's next week.
That's not nice, guys.
No.
Come on. Come
not-
on.
I kid. We all know Sadie's is the best, and it's not close.
Oh, thank you.
You're the Kevin Harlan of restaurants.
Yes.
Yeah.
With no regard for human life.
Yeah.
Right? That's one of his calls? No?
Maybe. My moment of the year is not when the Lobos basketball team lost to Air Force. That's not my moment of the year.
That wasn't fun. But their best, right? Petritis, the Air Force, the guy who torched us.
Yeah, that guy can play.
He's in the transfer portal.
Ooh. Dang.
Yep.
Albuquerque's so much better than Colorado
Hold
Springs.
up. Can you
There
just,
is a Sadie's here.
Can you just quit the Air Force? Like, I don't really know the rules of this.
So I was reading, I guess the rules after your 3rd year, after your 2nd year, once you're a junior, you're in. So you have to transfer after your sophomore year. And then you're
In what? Like, you're in.
I don't know how it works. That's just what I read.
Who's in the Air Force at Air Force? Are those guys in the Air Force or not?
I guess they're not fully in until they're juniors.
That's odd. When you're an upperclassman, then you're in the military. When you're a lower classman, you're just a student.
We may have to
who
look
does a bunch of push-ups.
We may have to look that up.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yes, that's why I think a lot of them transfer after their 2nd year there. Yeah, I don't know.
Get out of Colorado Springs, dude. Come to Albuquerque.
Yeah.
You're listening right now. We're so much better. It is night and day.
Well, as far as shooters go, he was the top gun up there.
Mm.
Pew, 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 pew.
What? One more time on your NIL deal and how it works with Rachel Hadhoot.
Yeah, come on over. So Rachel from the softball team who was just on the air and Chase from the baseball team created this delicious, is it not delicious?
It's very good.
It's good. I had a bite.
Did you?
It's fantastic.
Right. Yeah, it's queso. It's the double play queso enchiladas. You come down to Sadie's on 4th Street. You can ask to order one. Every time you order one, Rachel and Chase are happy human beings. They're happy either way. I don't know if they're as happy. Rachel probably isn't as happy when you order it as hitting a walk-off, but it's right up there. It's probably number 2.
It's got to
when
be
you order
super
these.
close.
It's really up. Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, because why not? But yeah, come on down. Sadie's on 4th Street.
Is it true she gets a text every time you guys sell one?
I think that might be a bit much. I was thinking about doing that. And then I was like, yeah, that might not be good.
Cha-ching.
No, I will send her an email monthly with a amount. And yeah, we work it that way. I might update her mom. Her mom is very excited about it. Great family, by the way.
You just brought us this one, and I am willing to pay for it.
You're gonna pay. Let's contribute. I love it. We're gonna do it.
Van only wanted to pay the Hadhoot part, but
yeah,
I think we can flip the bill.
I haven't met Chase yet. He seems lovely.
Is he busy?
Let's get him on sometime.
Let's get him. I should. Yeah, let's do it.
He's a pitcher?
Shortstop
okay.
as well.
Yeah, Sadie's got both shortstops.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
As far as like like in baseball, the sexiest position, shortstop's number 1.
Pitcher's number 1.
Center field's number 2.
Pitcher's number
1.
Pitcher's last.
I'm not exactly objective on this.
Shortstop, pitcher, first base. Shohei Ohtani's interpreter.
Oh, that's a good work.
More on that whenever we get back from the break. Gil, thank you so very much.
Thank you, guys.
Whenever we do get back, we continue from Sadie's on fourth as we're talking cheating in baseball, man.
Sweet. That's what it is.
2 men on. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is
Claire, you got 4.5 minutes.
Thank you.
insurance. At Progressive, they're making things even easier. They'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save on both. Progressive 100 Progressive. That's progressive.com or 1-800-Progressive.
Traffic right now dealing with more congestion westbound on I-40. That's going to start around Carlisle. It's going to last until 4. Watch yourself in that area. Traffic continues to move slow downtown I-25 as you approach Osuna. That'll last until Comanche. Also northbound I-25 right now between Gibson and Lomas, dealing with some slowdowns in that area. Westbound on Paseo as you approach the river. Well,
this report brought to you by Quality by DiLorenzo, Lomas, and Pennsylvania.
Don't be mad this March. Make your March happy at Quality Buick GMC on Lomas, featuring the best selection of Sierra 1500s with rates as low as 0.9%. Quality Buick GMC on Lomas, Northeast, and QualityDeal.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
He is the head coach of Mountain West Conference Tournament champions, Richard Pitino.
The heroes welcome. I mean, that was unbelievable at the airport. That's why you come to a place like New Mexico, is because of the fans. It reminds me of Kentucky basketball. If we continue to grow this program with our fan base and continue to pour resources into it, it could be a special situation.
Start your morning weekdays at 7 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Paid for by government.com. Here's your chance to get 5 iconic United States silver dollars spanning the last 150 years in one amazing set. Experts agree this is a must-have for silver coin buyers. That's right. All 5 silver dollars are legal tender official United States mint coins. If you call 1-800-973-3098 right now, we'll send you this ultimate 5-piece American silver dollar set with each silver coin in extremely fine or brilliant uncirculated condition. Guaranteed. This set includes every type of U.S. silver dollars in American history, issued from 1878 to 2024. Call 1-800-973-3098 now to secure your 150 years set. Plus, receive a bonus display case, an information booklet, and free shipping. Don't miss your chance. Call 1-800-973-3098 now to secure your 5-piece set of iconic U.S. silver dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-973-3098.
Are you on the lookout for a new exciting career opportunity? Or perhaps you're ready for a dynamic new beginning? Step into a world of possibilities at Isleta Resort and Casino, where we don't just offer jobs, we cultivate careers. At Isleta, we cherish our team members and commit to their success and growth. Immerse yourself in a vibrant work culture that thrives on positivity and support. We take pride in offering our team members exceptional benefits, including comprehensive health and wellness plans, a generous matching 401k retirement program, and free delicious hot meals during shifts. That's not all. At Isleta, your career progression is a journey we navigate together, providing ample opportunities for advancement and professional. At the Isleta Resort and Casino Career Fair, Thursday, April 4th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in 777s. Experience a day of opportunity with on-the-spot interviews and immediate hiring decisions. Visit Isleta.com for more information. Isleta Resort and Casino, where your dream career begins.
Hey, we're David and Greg Figueroa, founders of Linda's Hot Sauce.
Yeah.
Testimonials feel, well, unbelievable. So we have a friend.
We're going to do that
Tasty
soundbite
moments.
probably in like
Comments from real people on the internet who love Melinda's balance of hot meat and fresh flavor.
Okay, cool.
and John Dodson.
At 2021 Work says,
Okay, cool. Hold on.
nobody does it better.
What was that?
Sounds for fire emoji, touchdown emoji, and 100% emoji.
Okay.
You know this Ohtani story.
I love how they are thicker hot sauce and not some watery junk.
Love it.
I don't really.
At Mostroom writes, best hot sauce west of the Mississippi, also the best hot sauce east of the Mississippi.
Pro tip, that's the whole United States.
Finally, at IGP1 always says, smack
There's a new
the
update. Made a
farm.
statement today.
We love to hear
45 seconds.
the FCC.
Set your mouth on flavor with Melinda's hot sauces. Find them at your local retailer or online at melindas.com. That's MELINDAS.com.
When you have sports mixed with your pop culture, along with humor and celebrity interviews, your earbuds are enjoying the Rich Eisen Show.
Kevin Millar, we're all paying rent in Otani's world, right?
And the Dodgers world, game is healthy, game is good. And, I get asked a lot, is that good for baseball? Yeah, it's good for baseball. This is definitely the team to beat because that should be your next correction, Richie, is this world
All right, here we go.
Dodgers and Dave Roberts.
Hell yeah. Search for the Rich Eisen Show on YouTube or wherever you listen.
The sports animal is now 27 years old. What we're saying is, it's now not creepy to tell us how good we look for our age.
Here we go.
Remember, we're not that kind of station. Creeper.
Nice hat.
Back on the program, back live. It's Sadie's on 4th. Back to the boys live on radio. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Some production notes. We are here. Man, do me a favor. Test your mic real quick. I gotta turn this other one down.
ABCD. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
That's way better.
Okay, good.
All right. So here's the deal. We're here today, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Cool. We're doing radio with you. We're going to enjoy it. It's going to be really good. Thursday and Friday, we gone.
We off again.
So the NCAA tournament is here. Friday, you and I are going to be at Isotopes Park for opening night. Now, we're not broadcasting. And Amory, make sure I got this right. Friday night's Isotopes game is on KKOB. Is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
That's my understanding. So we will physically be there. Come say hi to us. Hang out. Cool. Also, there's some other stuff going on in town that night. Bare Knuckles going on Friday.
Boom, bare knuckle, baby.
That's going to be a big one. Check out Bare Knuckle if you're trying to check out some cool stuff on Friday night. Now, will we be there? The answer is probably yes, but late.
Yes, we'll be late because we'll be at Isotopes.
Because we will be at Isotopes. Now, Thursday is the real interesting one for us. So
is it the opening day?
Because it's opening day.
Yeah, baby.
So Thursday, you and I and a bunch of friends of the show.
Yep.
We're all going to play hooky. And we're going down to Rio Bravo.
Yes, sir.
Where we're going to turn on so many TVs.
All of them.
And what's going to be a tough one there is there's NCAA basketball that day too.
Oh.
But that's not till later.
Sure.
So we're going to go down to Rio Bravo on 2nd. And we're at Rio Bravo Brewing. And we're going to Major League Baseball all day long. So,
all day.
So we're going to have drinks and snacks and fellowship, and it'll be the whole ordeal. Please come hang out with us.
Yep.
Even if you can only be there for lunch, that's better than not being there at all. You and I will be there. I will be there up until like 3:30, 3:45-ish.
Okay.
Oh.
I have to rush over to the historic El Rey Theater.
Right.
Because Thursday night, Duke City Championship Wrestling at the historic El Rey.
What a day.
What a day.
What a day.
What a week.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going. March is the place to be.
Hey, the weather's about to turn. This is summer in Albuquerque, baby.
Yes.
There is always something awesome to do here.
Also, friends of the show, you know that I own Duke City Championship Wrestling. There's no confusion there.
Okay.
If you buy a ticket for Duke City Championship Wrestling, you're putting money in Daddy's pockets.
You know what? You're putting less money in your pockets.
Why is that, man?
Because I saw on the interwebs, and you've yet to mention this,
yes,
but there's a $5 off promo code right now.
So let me tell you about this promo code. So the promo code for Duke City Championship Wrestling, you can use it for any seats, but the seats are all basically gone. So there's a handful of seats left, and we were going to move those for the GA to just like start like selling pretty heavy.
Nice.
So the idea is if you go to dccwtickets.com, put in the promo code 5 off, the number 5, the word off, all one word.
Okay.
You get $5 off your Duke City Championship Wrestling experience. So there you go.
I'm sorry that I'm hurting
Cats.
Yeah, but I have to tell the friends of the show that you get your tickets on the cheap right now.
Yeah.
When is that over?
That's
is that
great.
just today? $5 off?
You know what? I don't know that exact answer. So
and tomorrow and today. Just get them now.
Do it right
Get them
now.
tickets
It's
now.
good today for sure. So
also, wrestling fans, the seats are great.
Yes.
There's not a bad seat in the house.
No.
The best seat is next to me at the bar.
A lot of people would agree.
We get loose.
A lot of people wouldn't
We
agree.
get real loose, especially on opening day when I'm coming to that thing loose already.
Well, also, if you're a friend of the show and you're like, oh, pro wrestling, I don't know, like this, that, the other thing, I would only do it if it was like a holiday. Well, guess what? The boys are going down in the Amador Live in Las Cruces for Cinco de Mayo as we're doing a Cinco de Slamo. And that's going to be a lot of fun down there as it's going to feature highly talented luchador wrestlers, and we're going to tell fun stories down at the City That Made You van, the city of Las Cruces. So it should be a fun little Cinco de Mayo. So plan ahead to that celebration. Go on the road with the boys, Duke City Championship Wrestling in Las Cruces.
And I'm planning on being there, and I did my due diligence. I no longer have open warrants
Smart.
in Doña Ana County. So everything's been resolved. Friends of the show in Las Cruces, I'll see you down there.
It's going to be sweet.
Thank you to my lawyer for checking on that.
We needed to fix the time, and we did. When we get back, we're jumping into the Otani story because it all kind of popped off while we were busy. We were off the air.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do our best to catch you up. The live statement, the 2-minute and 15-second speech he prepared with no questions from the media. That thing's done. We'll talk to you about that and catch you up on everything his interpreters lied about forever. But this is a wicked series of stories and lies, and it's going to be a journey. And we hope you can keep up with us. We're live at Sadie's on 4th, 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by
4 minutes.
Thank you.
The parts you need to keep your truck rolling right. From custom grills to tonneau covers and everything in between. Shop SummitRacing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends April 14th, 2024.
Traffic right now, I-40 moving slow in a couple of places. Let's start with westbound I-40. As you approach Carlisle, you're going to see some slowdown, so it's going to last until Rio Grande. Then eastbound on I-40, as you approach the interchange, traffic moving a little slow there as well. Northbound I-25 right now between Gibson and Lomas, dealing with some congestion there. Also southbound I-25 moving slow from Osuna until Comanche. Westbound on Paseo between 2nd Street and the river, traffic moving slow there. Also dealing with some slowdowns westbound on Montano. Those are going to start right around Rio Grande. They'll last until Coors.
This report is brought to you by Sandia Area Federal Credit Union. Better banking without the bank.
What can you do with a home equity loan? Tip number 2, build the backyard of your dreams for summer nights. Apply today at Sandia Area. Better banking without the bank.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community. 1936, world class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Zach Gelb with CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly. Former Michigan and current Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh said J.J. McCarthy is the best QB in this draft class. I respect Harbaugh going to bat for his former player, and clearly J.J. stock is rising, but I have Caleb Williams as the preeminent QB in this class. Jaden Daniels then takes the second spot. Drake May comes in at 3, followed by Michael Penix Jr. 4th, and then J.J. rounding out the top 5. I'm Zach Gelb.
The best of the Burkhead is back. We know your bracket is busted.
I'm never going to financially recover from this.
So you have a chance to make your voice heard. A Burkhead bracket is online now at sportsanimalabq.com. Vote for your all-time favorite Burkhead food right now. Nacho, salsa, tamale, and more. Let us know who you think is the best in the city in our second annual Burkhead bracket. Online now at sportsanimalabq.com.
Gambling is more than slot machines and table games. Today, it also includes betting on sports at casinos, sports books, online wagering, at game day gatherings, and on the golf course. Make a game plan for sports betting. Set a limit for how much you'll bet and stick to it. If you're wagering too much or concerned about a family member's gambling, reach out. The Responsible Gaming Association of New Mexico funds confidential help for problem gambling. Call the helpline or visit rgann.org.
No more mold, no more damage, no more outdated old bathroom. No,
That's what it does.
no more
Clears your sinuses.
bathroom extraordinary for only $99 per month. New shower, new door, new tub,
I tried
new
so hard
wall,
to get out of the
new
building so
anti-slip
fast today.
technology. Be stress
It
free.
was the
Call
worst energy
800-976-8524. BCI back.
What's that?
I know. You said it's the worst energy in the building
my God.
today?
I was not about it.
As one day.
Do you guys want to talk to one of the bare knuckle fighters? Because I'm really close friends with one of them.
Free
John
premium color
Dodson's joining
upgrades.
us at 5:30.
800
Oh, that's what you said. Okay.
PCI Bath and Shower. Be smart, safe, and stay a step ahead of inflation with our interest-free financing options. Call 800-976-8524. Love your bathroom with free upgrades. Call 800-976-8524. 800-976-8524.
Paid for by BCI Acrylic. Winter outside. Inside, cozy and comfy. Summer outside.
So hot.
Inside, cool and refreshing. Enchanted Mechanical keeps Mother Nature where she belongs, outside. Enchanted Mechanical has environmentally friendly, energy-efficient heating and air conditioning systems to save you money and keep your house at the perfect temperature all year. Right now, a new furnace is $500 off or pay just $29 for a furnace tune-up. Is your system sick? Call the Heating and Cooling Doctor at 321-4177 or visit enchantedmechanicalnm.com.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning.
30 seconds.
For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
The Duke City's home for sports. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The
Here we go.
Back live at Sadie's on 4, talking sports. It's the week of Major League Baseball's opening day is this Thursday. Join your boys over at Rio Bravo Brewery on 2nd. We'll be hanging out open till drunk.
Very much so.
Josh Sushan said it best the other day. I don't know if you guys follow Josh Sushan on Substack. You should if you don't. He's wild good. I read his stuff.
Sure.
Comes out almost daily, if not daily. He wrote a little piece in Josh Sushan, Voice of the Isotopes,
Right.
regular contributor to the program. We should get him on Wednesday.
Of course.
Yeah. So we're at the McLeod Y on Wednesday. Come hang out with your boys. Where are we tomorrow? ABQ Dukes?
Yes, sir.
So Josh said, "Say it ain't so." Show. And he wrote this just brilliant piece about the ever evolving risky relationship that is Major League Baseball, the world of sports betting. And I'm going to make sure, I'm going to try to have this guy's name right the whole time. And if I mess it up, it's not on purpose. Ipe Mizahara.
Hey, Ipe Mizahara.
Mizahara.
Yeah.
So moving forward, Mizahara. So he's the now former translator. And I guess he was best friend, confidant.
Sure.
Yeah. For Shohei Ohtani, who I would argue is not just the biggest star in baseball, but on trajectory to be the biggest star in the world.
If he's not already.
Correct.
Yeah.
But he was fired by the Dodgers just last week, and they opened the season in South Korea and everything involved with that. And you're not hearing anything from Ohtani until today, which we'll go over when we have it because that thing just wrapped. But his lawyers are saying a lot. So his lawyers are saying that Ohtani is the victim of a massive theft, talking about a wire transfer allegedly for $4.5 million from Ohtani's bank account to a bookmaking operation. This thing is wild. And now there's all these accusations that Mizahara didn't have any of the college degrees he claimed. Like his entire existence was a work. Like he was living a gimmick life, which is more pro wrestling talk than the program probably needs. But you get the idea where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything crazier.
The story top to bottom is bonkers. And this thing, the real story hasn't even congealed yet. because over the past few days, there's been nothing but wild speculation over what actually occurred in between these two guys. First off, it was Ohtani gave him some money to pay off a debt. He knew about the money that he was giving his friend, because this isn't just like some guy the Dodgers just hired. This is Ohtani's personal translator and personal assistant since he's been in the States.
Right.
This is a years-long relationship. And I think it's insanely hard to hide this from somebody who you're attached to the hip for 9 months out of the year. Like, he is always right there. Like, even just a couple days ago when they're playing in Korea, they were in the dugout laughing and telling jokes, and they were all smiles, and they looked like best friends. And literally after that game, when they were sitting in the dugout laughing, smiling, telling jokes, looking like nothing in the world is wrong, that's when the information first came out. That's when he had to tell his team what was going on. Then after that, it's been a whirlwind in the sports news.
And wild accusations, right? So it's as much as like, hey, Ohtani is privy to some information. Ohtani knows some things, and obviously he can't proper bet on the game of baseball, but could his interpreter? And the answer is could have.
Sure.
Strong possibility. And then you have a guy, well, how do you not know if nearly $5 million gets transferred out of your bank account? I'm not trying to be that guy. It's not that much money to Shohei Ohtani.
That is nothing to Shohei Ohtani.
What's the one about Michael Jordan where he's like, I bet $10,000 a round on golf or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like if you bet $10 on golf for a round.
Right.
It doesn't hit you that way. And if, this relationship he had with his interpreter was one that was so friendly, Mizuhara, if it was so friendly that he was feeding him information or doing whatever, I mean, you don't want to call that a red flag for Ohtani? What do you want to call it? Like a wine flag? Like, what do you want to call it? Like a raspberry flag? Like, you can get real close to all the different ways that these dudes cross the line together. If you want to believe that narrative, if you want to follow it, which I don't for real think is that far-fetched. He helped him bet on baseball.
And so far reports are most of the money has gone betting on European soccer.
Okay.
European football. But it seems like the original reports were Ohtani knew that his friend was in trouble, gave his friend 2 separate $500,000 wire transfers to get out of debt. And then he kept gambling and gambling and gambling and kept incurring more debt to the point where he started stealing from Ohtani. The story is from Ohtani and his lawyers today at the press conference. And the thing just happened, so I haven't really unpackaged it all the way.
The press conference.
But what the story looks like right now is that Shohei Ohtani didn't know the whole time. He wasn't loaning his friend money. He wasn't bailing his friend out. He was being stolen from the whole time.
So you don't think at all there was any sort of exchange of knowledge because you think it was primarily soccer-based? Because I think I can scream smoke screen.
Yeah, I'm with you on that
Yeah.
one because I need way more data to have like a well-formulated opinion. But this can go any direction as of right now because, of course, Shohei Ohtani and his team, who's got probably the best PR team in the universe, is telling him to say this. And, of course, he's going to say this when microphones are on. But what's really going to come out when people start pulling on those threads?
A lot of temptation, a lot of ease of access. There's just a lot there. Josh Sushan said it best in his Substack. He said, there's so much money going into players and, their physical well-being. And obviously mental health has been a conversation for some time. You have to, I think at this point, you should have already incorporated an understanding with gambling and the addiction associated with that. Even if that's not directly because of this Ohtani situation, we can give you a million examples, including pressures at collegiate levels for certain players' interactions. The NCAA tournament's going on right now. It's the most bet thing going ever. Wild time. Let's continue down in a little bit whenever we get back. It's going to be a good day. We got 2 more hours. Wild. Full show tomorrow, full show Wednesday, no show Thursday and Friday. 2 men on live from Sadie's on 4th, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Good job.
Thank you.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
During the Deep Celebration event at Malloy Deep in Los Lunas, save over 15%. on every new 2023 Jeep Gladiator in stock. When you think Jeep, think Jeep.com. See dealer for all details.
Traffic right now, things continue to move slow. Southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Comanche. Westbound on I-40 from the interchange to Rio Grande. We're dealing with some slowdowns there. Things also moving slow northbound on I-25 as you approach Gibson. That's going to last until Lomas. Headed west on Paseo right now between Jefferson and the river. We've got some congestion there. And slowdowns continuing westbound on Montano. Those are going to start right around Rio Grande. They'll last until Coors.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
To thank you for 40 unforgettable years, Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. Save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 13 Plus, powered by Intel Core processors and more. Save now at Dell.com/deals.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. At least we got one of the best games of the entire weekend. At the very end of the weekend, a couple of real good teams in Texas A&M and Houston. And how do you not love that game? The Cougs up by 12 with just over 2 minutes to go and with a win probability of 99.3%. Next thing you know, the Aggies pour in 17 in the final 2 minutes and they force OT with a buzzer beater at the end of regulation. Unreal shot, unreal finish, classic madness, and a major test for Houston. They survive and advance. That's the type of game that you have to survive and advance, often if you want to get to the Final Four or the Natty. So, does that show their vulnerability or does that show their intense grit? As always, yes. Feel for my guy Buzz, but Kelvin survives and advances. And going forward, it's going to be about the ref show. Will they let them play or not? We'll see.
Are you on the lookout for a new exciting career opportunity? Or perhaps you're ready for a dynamic new beginning? Step into a world of possibilities at Isleta Resort and Casino, where we don't just offer jobs, we cultivate careers. At Isleta, we cherish our team members and commit to their success and growth. Immerse yourself in a vibrant work culture that thrives on positivity and support. Offering our team members exceptional benefits, including comprehensive health and wellness plans, a generous matching 401k retirement program, and free delicious hot meals during shifts. That's not all. At Isleta, your career progression is a journey we navigate together, providing ample opportunities for advancement and professional development. Join us at the Isleta Resort and Casino Career Fair, Thursday, April 4th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in 777s. Experience a day of opportunity with on-the-spot interviews and immediate hiring decisions. Visit Isleta.com for more information. Isleta Resort and Casino, where your dream career begins.
When choosing a lawyer after a car wreck, you
30 seconds.
law firm's experience, results, and reputation. Lerner & Rose stands above other law firms when it comes to experience and results, helping over 150,000 people recover billions of dollars. When it comes to reputation, we have thousands of five-star reviews. Call us today and let us put our experience, proven results, and reputation to work for you.
Rose can get you more. Scroll 544-4444.
Multi-state settlements. Carlos Obri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
K240BL FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The Sports Animal. Proud to be a Cumulus media station. Even if they're not that proud of us. Now betting for the Sports Animal.
Hey, hold on.
Your afternoon draw. Number 2, men on.
Shoot me a text.
Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Marie Castillo. This is 2 men on with Van
Here we go.
Slow.
Back live on the program. Sadie's on 4th. This been a cool friend of the show. Yeah. So we're at break, Amory. We're going to keep talking about Tommy, but whatever. So we're at break, and friend of the show, Travis, comes over. And Travis differently abled. Like he rolled over, right? He's in a chair. So he rolls over. He's like, hey, love sports, blah, 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 this and that. Okay, pretty regular conversation. And Amory, he goes, hey, I'm on this board for this nonprofit where we build race cars for disabled people.
So sweet.
What?
That is so cool.
He's showing us these Instagram videos of these like souped up wheelchair race car motorbikes. Like, wild. Let's go though, right? Like, let's do some weird stuff about this life. Peter Angelos passed away. I don't know if you saw that, man.
I did.
Baltimore Orioles owner Peter Angelos. One of the worst owners in sports for generations. I don't know how to say that.
I mean, not to Chris Davis.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, Chris Davis likes him a lot.
He, he didn't field. This is his one thing. I don't know if people remember it all. He didn't field a replacement team in the 94-95 strike. I just thought that was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah. He is one of the guys where you say this because I think you heard it somewhere, but you can't tell the story of baseball without him.
Sure.
Yeah, so pretty special. Pretty special. Also, I think a lot of people said he laundered a bunch of money through his lawyer when he fought Major League Baseball for all that stuff. At that time, that's another story, but I believe that happened.
Hey, if you're fighting the man, I could look away from a couple small crimes.
couple petty whatevers.
Yeah.
Couple petty whatevers. So, yeah, but so that's a sad one. So that'll probably complicate Major League Baseball ownership a little bit because I know he is the primary reason that baseball stayed in Baltimore. Like, there's a strong possibility he would have left if he hadn't been there. So there's that. Continuing down this Ohtani story. Okay. So social media is the only indicator of real life, right? That's like a thing people say.
Eek.
So Shohei Ohtani.
I am hoping that the day that never comes, that's actually true.
He deleted all of his Instagram posts of the fired Mizuhara.
Everything that they've ever been in, any trace of him on the internet, poof, it's gone.
You have to change. Oh, gosh. It's only safe on social media to post gym selfies and your dog. Like, there's nothing else that is safe for social media anymore.
I mean, or the double play enchiladas. Like, you take a picture of some delicious food and put it on the interwebs, too.
Yeah, unless one day you claim you're vegetarian down the road.
Oh, and you got to go back and erase them all.
All these history hounds are going to get you. Ohtani is just like us, though. So go back and delete all of our exes out of social media.
I don't. Let them simmer forever.
Let it lay. They check years down the road.
For sure. Still there. Never moved.
The other day, Facebook caught up with my burner account. I have a burner account for all the
pictures. Never moved, but I did.
Oh,
moved on.
That's a good one. Facebook the other day is like, hey, we need you to send a picture of your driver's license to authenticate your profile. My fake burner profile I've had for 15 years that I used to only run the 2 Men On page and the Duke City Championship Wrestling page.
Yeah. And to unsubscribe from jimmyjohns.com.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I don't have an ID for my fake name on my fake page. So it's like, hey, answer a bunch of questions, do all this. I'm like, I'm not bringing my real page back to life. You're not going to make me do it.
No way.
Facebook. That thing is dead, but not. It's only deactivated because they never really let you delete it.
That's wild.
They're so wild.
Yeah.
Anyways, so it's posted today with some lyrics from a breakup song. So.
Seriously?
Nope.
I missed that. Go on. Please drop that info on me, sir.
All right. I just looked up Ohtani's page from our page, man, on Instagram. It looks like he unfollowed us. So
no, we don't have any pictures of Ipe on our pages.
He might have never been following us in the first place.
Well, or his PR team hasn't. I don't think Shohei Ohtani is a big social media guy. I think he's wake up at 4 a.m. and exercise and play baseball better than anyone who's ever done it in the history of the world.
Just have a regular wife.
It's just a regular old wife.
Regular Japanese.
Just a regular Japanese lady who's also
she's a pro basketball player.
Who's also a pro basketball player and hotter than a model and probably got a PhD in astrophysics or something. Just a normal Japanese lady.
Los Angeles
Who
80,
sucks at picking games that much?
Los Angeles Angels media guide van
Okay.
listed Mizuhara as having graduated from the University of California, Riverside in 2007. Spent spring training in 2012 working for the Yankees, where he was an interpreter for Hideki Okajima.
Okay. Jima.
Also, multiple news reports noted that he served as Okajima's interpreter in 2010 with the Boston Red Sox. That's where he apparently got his first major league opportunity. That's all a lie.
Hand me the envelope.
Yeah.
Our experts have determined that was a lie.
Your experts, which in this case are UC Riverside, said, quote, our university records do not show a student by the name of Ipe Mizuhara having attended UC Riverside. So unless he's attending under a different name, man, this guy stays lying.
I mean, if you're going to live it, just live it. It worked great for Ewan McGregor in Big Fish. Look how he turned out.
I think he died at the end.
Well, most people do at the end of their lives.
Kind of wild. And it's not even like Big Fish is the good version. This is like the real version of Catch Me If You Can.
Right.
Which is like a good movie, but it was even just a made-up movie. It wasn't even about a guy's made-up life.
Frank Abagnale?
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank Abagnale lied about his lying life. He lied about being a liar. He conned people into thinking he was a con man. This is next-level stuff from Ipe, though.
Not just gambling on foreign soccer and allegedly Major League Baseball, just gambling on his whole life.
Right.
He was like, yeah, I'm just going to.
No one's ever going to Google where I went to college. Like, it's like, yes, they will, dude. They 100% will.
Can I claim I was Shohei's personal interpreter?
Until you get caught.
Yeah, right?
Sure, you can do it for a long time.
Dear interview process.
Yeah. Until someone walks up to you, arigato, Fred. And you're like,
yeah,
hola.
8:30? Like, I don't know. How do you not at any point be like, hey, brother, can we get those transcripts?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Or how do you not notice millions of dollars gone? You have so many millions of dollars, you don't notice when 4.5 million of those dollars are gone.
Apparently in 2006 to 2009, this is no punchline. He was working part-time at a sushi restaurant near LA.
I'm not going to lean into how cliche that is. I'm not doing that.
He then went to school to become like a blackjack dealer and failed out of casino school because he wasn't good. This is the real story. He worked in the gambling profession. What?
Not everyone can count to 21, Fred. Don't be so hard on the guy.
Why didn't this guy get into script writing? Like, that's what he should have done. You're in LA, brother.
I mean, what is actually Shohei's involvement?
Does he actually speak Japanese?
Because he spoke perfect English the whole time. He just needed an excuse to walk around with his bookie. I could see this going a lot of different ways, because I could see Shohei being that daft, that disconnected, that ignorant to everything that's going on that he doesn't notice all these millions of dollars gone. He doesn't notice, like, every time that they're in the final 2 minutes of any sporting match ever, his friend is in a cold sweat. I could see him like being like so distracted and so busy that he doesn't see any of this happening around him. Also, I could see that he's in on the whole thing, trying to make money.
Does Shohei think he's like a really talented and trained professional interpreter, or is he just like a buddy that gives you the gist?
Yeah.
So Shohei's like, Domo, some Bryce Harper, some, and he's like, yeah, Bryce Harper pretty good at the plate. Like what? Like what do you? That's not what he said. He was actually talking about He's actually talking about
He gave his thoughts on the Gaza.
Yeah. Turns out he's pro the one no one should be.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. He picked that one.
He's pro ISIS. That's
Of
wild.
the 3, those are the one you're going to go with. Might not be such a good guy, Van. That's the point I'm trying to get to.
He's just so spotless his whole career, like nothing wrong whatsoever. Then all of a sudden he's got a secret wife, and then a week later, his interpreter is running up $4.5 million in gambling debts. Come on, man. The second you get signed by the Dodgers, now all this comes out.
The worst part, Van, is the hypocrisy.
Oh, no, that is not the worst part.
And the Angels, this had to have been known for so long. But the Angels are the JV of professional sports. They were just like, this is fine. He's not, these guys are going to be here in a year.
Yeah, I mean, Peter Angelos never created a winning team with him and Mike Trout, but he was able to sweep all this under the rug. So there's that. Maybe he's a better owner than we thought this whole time.
Oh, I know he's the best owner because one day before the team's supposed to play their first meaningful game, this story comes out.
Yeah.
That's how I know he's a really good owner because this story didn't accidentally go to the Athletic or Nightingale or USA Today or whoever. It on purpose went at this exact time. Like, the Angels were like, yeah, it's okay if he goes. Trust us.
Yeah.
And that team across the way, which is our biggest competitor, not just in the market, but if we ever got the opportunity to play a team from the other division in the World Series, it will presumably be this team. Here's the thing, y'all. We got them right here. And then they did that thing where they hold their hand empty with their fingers facing upwards like they're holding a softball. We got them right here.
That's
what they said, Van. The whole thing's a work. Also, if this cat just had Duolingo in his ear the whole time, I'm going to be worked up.
I mean, there's auto translate on a lot of these.
I have it on my
devices.
On my iPhone has it. When I went to Mexico, that's what I lived on.
I never bet on baseball or any other sports, or never have asked somebody to do it on my behalf. And I have never gone through a bookmaker to bet on sports, and was never asked to assist betting payment for anyone else. Like, unequivocally, like, really, like, broad brush painting this whole thing, I don't know.
I don't know is soft radio. So I'm going to say this. I know that there are a ton of people that on purpose picked the timing, that on purpose made sure the failure was substantial, and on purpose delivered all the hand collected receipts to the media at the right time. I can tell you that part.
Look, the $4.5 million he either helped lose or was stolen from him will be nothing compared to how much money is going to be doled out to anyone who has any legit information on what actually happened. The hush money is going to be so much more than $4.5 million. There is no way that this story just stops right here. He's like, oh, Ohtani got stolen from. Oh, I guess I'll just shake his hand and believe him on it. No, you're going to keep pulling these threads over and over again. Any West Coast LA journalist and any journalist who hates the Dodgers are going to be pulling at every thread, trying to figure this story out. And they better hope the threads aren't on a Fanatics jersey, because this story is going to fall apart real fast.
Like Will Bitson's pants?
Yes.
Whenever we get back to the program, we're just 14 short minutes away from John Dotson joining us. We're talking about bare knuckle fighting this upcoming Friday night. It's Tuning On live from Sadie's on 4th, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
We're all moving a little fast.
Clear, 4 minutes.
Team that's going to keep up with you on KOAT Action 7 News.
We're proud to bring you coverage you can count on from across New Mexico. Like the weather forecast that's certified most accurate and proven every day.
Start your day with more in the morning.
And traffic right now, things moving slow westbound on I-40. Those slowdowns are going to start right around the interchange. They're going to last until Coors. As you approach Montgomery, you're going to see a little bit of a slowdown there. Also, northbound I-25 between Gibson and Lomas, traffic moving a bit slow there. Still seeing congestion right now westbound on Montano. That's going to start around Rio Grande. It'll last until Coors. And westbound on Paseo right now between Jefferson and the river, dealing with some slowdowns in that area.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The best of the birthday is back. We know your bracket is busted.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
So you have a chance to make your voice heard. A birthday bracket is online now at sportsanimalabq.com. Vote for your all-time favorite birthday food right now. Nacho, salsa, tamale, and more. Let us know who you think is the best in the city in our second annual birthday bracket. Online now at sportsanimalabq.com.
Have you lost out on a home you wanted to buy? Give yourself an advantage next time with the Indigo Mortgage Lightning Program. Get pre-approval in as little as 24 hours, much better than a pre-qualification. Go to indigomortgage.net or call 836-5700 and MLS 188-348.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion. Learn how you can help offer safety to the most vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org. Sponsored by Oxfam America.
Febreze. So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight. They give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
It's been over 20 years since I had LASIK surgery with Dr. Stephen Coleman, and it changed my life. It's Jeff Symbieta, and I've got Dr. Coleman with me. Doc, I'm sure technology is even better now. Why should someone consider LASIK?
Well, honestly, Jeff, there's been so many advances in LASIK technology, and it really comes down to precision. Kind of like TVs have more pixels, so it's more high-definition vision, and that's what we're providing now with the current LASIK technology, developed primarily here in New Mexico and used all over the world.
So for somebody hearing this who has vision issues, what should they do?
Come in, talk to me. Things have changed actually since I did your LASIK, but we go through a really rigorous screening process, and identifying great candidates, and people who are great candidates on the other end see really, really well. So we just encourage people to come in, learn about us, and we'll give them a good, honest opinion.
Dr. Coleman's renowned for being among the best LASIK surgeons anywhere. And after all these years, I'm glad I found him, and I call him a friend. Call Coleman Vision at 505-821-8880. See more testimonials. To schedule your free consultation at colemanvision.com.
The basketball madness is on. Your New Mexico Lobos postseason sponsor casino.
You got 45 seconds.
Party location for all the postseason action. While watching, you can win prizes, play arcade basketball, cornhole games, join our bracket challenge, and more. Enjoy great food and your favorite beverages, including drink specials, as you cheer for your team. Catch all the collegiate basketball excitement and tournament madness now through the April championship game at the best place to watch, the First Turn Lounge at Casino at the Downs, your home for winning entertainment.
Let's be honest. When you fly out of town, you want things to go smoothly. That happens when you start at airport parking. It's so easy. Shuttles run every 4 minutes. You get picked up at your vehicle, dropped off at the terminal door, and your bags are unloaded for you. And you get all of that starting at just $4.95 per day. It's $14 to park in the Sunport garage. Take exit 221 off I-25 toward the Sunport. Then take the first right to airport parking. Easier, quicker, smoother.
Don't miss the opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Here you go. Mike is hot.
Yes, ma'am. Here we go.
This is something you can get a package.
Back live at Sadie's on 4th. A whole bunch of friends of the show are hanging out at Sadie's. Take 1 week off.
It's almost like they miss us and enjoy our company.
Who is they?
Whether it's over the radio or in person. Friends of the show, that's whom.
All right, so did you break down this Otani thing yet?
I thought we've been doing that for like half an hour now.
No, I mean like the press conference.
No, go ahead, please.
So he is saying that Ms. O'Hara never told him reporters had reached out. So he said he was like in the not know about even the start of the investigation stuff.
Right.
And he was like, this whole thing is a lie. He's like, everything you've been told, this is what he said during the press conference. He's like, you've just been lied to from out the gate. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could literally see Shohei Ohtani being ignorant of this whole situation because he's so laser focused on being the best. He finally gets to be on a good team. He got a rehab from his injury. He's worked harder than anyone on the planet already just to get this far. I could see it like just not noticing anything that's going on around him. And if you got $1 billion, what's $4.5 million? That's like somebody taking $37 out of my bank account. I'm not going to notice the $37. If you took the whole thing, I'm going to notice real fast.
Massive theft, like unless you're a former president, is like a big deal.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think Ipe has enough assets, though, to make up for this.
Yeah. The story should be like, hey, Ohtani's back throwing. Like,
throwing games.
Right? It's just too easy. The access for professional athlete in the world of gambling. Also, like, the fandom that's around that and the money, the very ample money. You and I have been paid to talk about betting on this show.
And then, like, the logistics of it are mind-boggling. Like, okay, like, he's in your inner circle. You trust this guy. He's your friend, not just your interpreter. He's your friend. You guys have lived together. You guys have traveled together, blah, blah, blah. Is he your accountant? Does he have, like, just carte blanche access to all of your finances? Somebody, like, had to send these wire transfers.
Well,
somebody had to have the code. Somebody had to have the PIN number to move this money.
We're talking about one of two possible outcomes. Number one, he's either the biggest villain. This is the greatest heel turn of all time. Like I'm your best friend. I'm your confidant. I'm your world traveling buddy. I'm your everything. And I betrayed you and I stole from you and you hate me forever. Or he's the best fall guy in the history of bad decisions.
Not a lot of gray area either.
It's one of the two.
Yeah. Or the story has to be somewhere super close. Like maybe Ohtani, like in literally, I'll say it again, in his ignorance, in his distraction, like said, oh, it's okay. He's just betting on European soccer. It's not American baseball. Like this is, why do I care what he's betting on? And then later you come to find out like, oh my God, he's had a bookie. And you know, if you're making bets with a legitimate book, you put the money up front. You have to put the money up front. Then you get your ticket. You have your proof that you made the bet. That's not the way it is with the bookie. He's using an illegal bookie. Like you got an account with the bookie. Your bookie says, you're Shohei Ohtani's guy? I got you. You got a lot of credit. If you're Shohei Ohtani's guy, you got a lot of credit to lose a lot of money.
If he's the fall guy that we're talking about, we're not just talking about losing your job with Shohei or the Dodgers or Major League Baseball. I really don't know how the paper trail works. But you're talking about like federally.
Right.
Like, have you ever seen Office Space? We're talking about that version of prison. Like, this is wire fraud.
Mm-hmm.
This is embezzlement. This is illegal gambling. I'm probably missing other ones, but those are the ones off of my very afternoon sports drive woohoo understanding of the situation.
I mean, it's not like you could just move back to Japan either and like resume a different life. It's like, it's not like everyone over there looks, oh, man. You got to start over somewhere new, somewhere fresh. And it's not Southern California. It's not Japan. You're like, if you screwed over Shohei Ohtani, you're like enemy number one of the Asian people.
Well, and you're saying excuse me, you're saying the exact wrong things here. Do you remember a couple of years ago? I guess it's been more like 10 or 15. Time flies. Tim Duncan got did out of like $20 million from like a business advisor guy. Do you remember all this?
That happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kevin Garnett got did out of a bunch of money, if I'm remembering correctly. A. Marie's a real sports nut. She probably knows whoever else. But you have to do that type of thing. Like you have to wash it first. Like you can't just say gambling. Like that's the one. Like you have to say like, oh yeah, Shohei, $4.5 million. I bought a bridge, and
I opened a baseball school in your old hometown.
Yeah, some lie.
Yeah.
Do that, and then do whatever with the money. Also,
well, one of the stories, because like, except for what Shohei Ohtani said today, which is he had no inclination of what was going on this whole time. He was lied to. He was deceived. He was stolen from. That's one way to look at it. That's what he said. I'm sure that's what his PR team and lawyers told him to say. But I'm assuming it is a blend of all of the stories that have came out so far. Because the first reports were that historically Shohei Ohtani had given Ippei money to pay off some old debts.
He said during
2 separate $500,000 transactions that he allegedly knew about. And then the last $3.5 million were all stolen from him.
He said during his press conference, quote, "I've never bet on sports. I have never asked anyone to bet on sports on my behalf. I never agreed to send money to a bookmaker." That's not accidentally in the statement.
Yeah.
Like that's very, is the word categorical? Is that the word? I'm not a lawyer. I also don't lie a lot. Like I don't know how to.
Or gamble millions of dollars away.
And if I did, I would tell everyone, I'd be like, hey,
look what I lost. Yeah.
Save the receipt, y'all.
Took the Lobos -1.5.
I think you have to have like that would be a bad bet.
Yeah. We know that now.
I think you have to have, once you have so much money, and also no offense to professional athlete, but outside of Ryan Fitzpatrick, they're not known as the brightest bulbs in the box.
There's a few.
Sure.
Yeah, there's few.
Sure.
I mean, you're painting with the broad brush,
Yep.
but also Shohei seems like one of them.
Well, why didn't he have an account?
He probably did.
Who's in on it?
Who's in on it?
We step away so we can come back. Hey, Marie, is John with us yet?
Not yet.
We'll figure it out. It's 2 men on. John Dotson should be with us after the break. Talking bare knuckle. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Howard,
Is he supposed to call?
Yep.
the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Buy one select string trimmer, mower,
Not yet.
XV battery free. Valid through 4/3. While supplies last.
Okay, cool.
By Lowe's.
I'm on the look.
Now, westbound on I-40 dealing with congestion between the interchange and Coors. Southbound I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. We still got slowdowns in that area. Also, traffic moving slow headed west right now on Montano. Those slowdowns are going to start around Rio Grande. They'll last until Coors. Northbound on I-25 between Gibson and Central. We've got some slowdowns in that area. Traffic also moving a bit slow westbound on Paseo. Those slowdowns are going to start around Jefferson. They'll last until the river. And westbound on Alameda right now between Rio Grande and Coors. Traffic moving slow there.
This message is brought to you by the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish. TJ Trout here, and spring fishing in New Mexico is fantastic. Take it from me. For more information or to go buy your license online, visit the Department of Game and Fish website at wildlife.state.nm.us. Get out and fish, New Mexico.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Backing a big dog on the road. I'm Erin Hawksworth here to help you beat the books with BetQL. The Sixers go to Sacramento tonight as almost double-digit dogs, but there could be value on Philly. BetQL has Philadelphia +9 as a 5-star best bet. They project this number as Sixers +5.5. I'm Erin Hawksworth. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetQL and BetMGM app.
Are you on the lookout for a new, exciting career opportunity? For a dynamic new beginning, step into a world of possibilities at Isleta Resort and Casino, where we don't just offer jobs. At Isleta, we cherish our team members and commit to their success and growth. Immerse yourself in a vibrant work culture that thrives on positivity and support. We take pride in offering our team members exceptional benefits, including comprehensive health and wellness plans, a generous matching 401k retirement program, and free delicious hot meals during shifts. That's not all. At Isleta, we navigate together, providing ample opportunities for advancement and professional development. Join us at the Isleta Resort and Casino Career Fair, Thursday, April 4th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in 777s. Experience a day of opportunity with on-the-spot interviews and immediate hiring decisions. Visit Isleta.com for more information. Isleta Resort and Casino, where your dream career begins.
Getting
They haven't called.
qualifications in your company is essential, but finding
he's
those
gonna
people
call
can
at
be a major
5:45, my
hassle
bad.
unless you use
Okay.
For
Got 2 minutes.
people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ziprecruiter.com/free.
Hey, it's Jeff Symbieta from the Sports Animal. I want to introduce you to my friends at DSI New Mexico, Document Solutions Incorporated. With DSI New Mexico, your business will experience cutting-edge solutions across IT, printers, AV, security camera systems, and so much more. Find out how DSI can streamline your operations and ensure the heartbeat of your business is always operating at peak efficiency. Visit DSINM.com and schedule a health checkup of your business to explore new possibilities together. DSI, the heartbeat of your business. It's been over 20 years since I had LASIK surgery with Dr. Stephen Coleman, and it changed my life. It's Jeff Symbieta, and I've got Dr. Coleman with me. Doc, I'm sure technology is even better now. Why should someone consider LASIK?
Well, honestly, Jeff, there's been so many advances in LASIK technology, and it really comes down to precision. Kind of like TVs have more pixels, so it's more high definition vision. And that's what we're providing now with the current LASIK technology, developed primarily here in New Mexico and used all over the world.
So for somebody hearing this who has vision issues, what should they do?
Come in, talk to me. Things have changed actually since I did your LASIK, but we go through a really rigorous screening process, and identifying great candidates, and people who are great candidates on the other end see really, really well. So we just encourage people to come in, learn about us, and we'll give them a good, honest opinion.
Dr. Coleman's renowned for being surgeons anywhere, and after all these years, I'm glad I found him and I call him a friend. Call Coleman Vision at 505-821-8880. See more testimony
You guys go.
at colemanvision.com.
Are you amped? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Come on.
So your next break will be 4 minutes too, if you want to keep this shorter.
Yep.
Please.
Here you go.
Welcome back to the program. I read my watch wrong. John Dodson's joining us in 10 minutes.
Whoopsie.
I screwed up.
It's okay.
Busy day, dude. Hey, Mary, I don't know if you were looking at our office pool.
No.
Hey, Van, I don't know if you're looking at our office pool.
I am not. What's going on?
I'm better than both of you in it.
I also
you idiots.
Is
You
it
love this stuff.
I didn't participate in it.
I'm the
Oh,
best.
bummer.
Oh, gosh. I'm in the mix in all of them. I'm doing so good.
You should be happy that Van and I didn't do it.
Van did do it.
I'm in.
Oh.
Let
I
me
didn't do it.
pull it up here. Let me pull it up here.
No one cares about your bracket. They only care that I'm beating you.
Not great. Things aren't looking great.
I am.
I went out on a limb. I like the makeup of the Colorado Buffaloes and got some NBA players.
I'm in 5th.
I lost that one.
I'm in 3rd.
I lost James Madison. Besides that, I'm doing very well.
So I currently have the most possible points. God, I'm just so good. Just so good at everything.
Did you pick Clemson to win?
No. Connecticut.
At all?
I'm only missing one Elite Eight team, and that's the UNM
Well, we're-
Lobos.
Well, we're going to the Sweet 16 on Thursday.
That is correct. But regardless, I'm only missing one Elite Eight, so I can get all the way there. Because I had the Lobos going to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, I'm missing 2 from my Elite Eight. That's
Did you
not
have
good.
Baylor?
No, I had UNM.
Oh, beating Baylor. Okay.
I had the UNM no-goes.
Ouch.
They were gonna play Alabama. So I don't care about Clemson and Arizona. I don't care about them at all, but Alabama and GCU I had. Alabama and UNC I have. Give me Alabama. My Midwest bracket, perfect.
I was very confident on both St. Mary's and James Madison. I missed those pretty hard.
I think a lot of people were sold on James Madison.
They're good. Not that good.
I'm just so good at everything.
You imported your bracket from another organization.
Expert analysis. You trust experts, Van.
God.
Van, you got a leaky roof? Also, call someone who's an expert. Fix your roof.
I do all my own stunts.
I did mine. This is real. So I did my NCAA bracket through ChatGPT.
Really?
Yes.
I looked at the number one bracket out of the billion of them, and he only missed like 3 games.
Is it Bijan Robinson?
No.
The ESPN one, there's still a perfect one, right?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I was looking at CBS. I was looking at CBS Sports.
Yeah, the ESPN one still has a perfect one.
Oh my God. I don't believe it.
What? Just saying. We're going to go over this at the 6 o'clock hour because the staggering number to get a perfect bracket, man.
1 in 9.7 trillion.
I don't even think that's high enough.
I think it's exactly the number.
I think it's higher.
Trillion is very high.
Also, there's a $1 billion lottery tomorrow. Get your tickets.
Things are going to go well for someone. John Dotson joins us after the break. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM. Talking beer knuckle fighting. Live from Sadie's on 4th. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by
Okay, awesome. I'm on the look.
Cool.
the
Sorry about that.
MVP's bonus days.
I don't care.
One select DeWalt 20V Max tool. Get one DeWalt 20V Max Power Stack battery 2-pack. $9 value. Valid 3/18 through 3/29 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Traffic right now, things not moving too bad here in the metro. Now, we are dealing with some slowdowns westbound on I-40 between the interchange and Coors. Also, northbound on I-25 between Gibson and Central. Traffic moving a bit slow there. Seeing some minor slowdowns southbound on I-25 as you approach Montgomery. Westbound on Paseo right now between Jefferson and the river. Traffic is moving slow there. And slowdowns westbound on Montano. Those are going to start around Rio Grande, and they will last until Coors.
Concrete doesn't have to be gray or dull. JPR Supply's color machine takes the gray out of concrete with thousands of color options, and our full line of brick form products helps your concrete shine. Visit a JPR Supply today, and one of our representatives will help give your concrete new life. JPRSuppliesNM.com.
This report is sponsored by JPR Incorporated.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Scott, up guard! Madness is here. Catch every high-profile game from the NCAA tournament right here.
Tigers are on to the Sweet 16. On to the Sweet 16 at Marquette. Marches on
your home for the tournament.
Bounces up top. Garcia
and the NCAA National Championship game.
28-12 San Diego State lead.
95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
The future depends on teachers who are reinventing the classroom on journeys that will change the course of history. Shape the future. Teach. Learn more and receive free support at teach.org.
Don't you love an extra $100 in your pocket? Have a TurboTax expert file your taxes for you by March 31st to get $100 back instantly. Because no matter what moves you made last year, TurboTax makes them count. That means getting $100 back and 100% accurate taxes. Only from Intuit TurboTax. Must file by 3/31. Credit only applicable to federal filing fees with TurboTax full service. Offer can be modified or terminated at any time.
The future depends on teachers who are reinventing the classroom and starting their students on journeys that will change the course of history. Shape the future. Learn more and receive free support at teach.org.
Hi, I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Recently, Lerner & Rowe was named the second most influential law firm in the United States. Although we have offices in other parts of the country, we are your local law firm. No other law firm in the state comes close to the experience, reputation, and result. When you're hurt in a wreck and need a check, call the law firm that can get you the results you need. Call Lerner & Rowe.
Can get you more score by 444444.
Carlos Sobri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion.
How does it feel knowing?
Learn how you can help offer safety to the
5'3"
most
guy
vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org.
Just into a bloody pulp of human. I mean, everyone.
Fabrice.
So my home is also my office. And before I can
Person in Japan is 5'3".
that means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight.
No, but you have 1 more minute in commercials.
So
And the phone's working. I tested.
I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
What does it mean to be a good neighbor? It means rising up and being there for each other. For State Farm, it also means helping our customers because you are our neighbors. State Farm agent Art Sandoval wants you to know he's ready to help. To any State Farm customer facing financial burdens, call your State Farm agent. After all, now more than ever, being a good neighbor means everything.
Yo, phone. You guys see what happened to... Oh, there he is. Hold on.
Neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Over the years,
Called
Lerner
it
has helped
exactly
over
5:45.
150,000 people recover billions of
Regimented.
dollars for their injuries. What does that mean to you when you're looking for a lawyer? We not only have the experience, but the proven results to recover money for your injuries. The insurance companies know which lawyers won't put up a fight. You call us, we call them, and they
I'm the
know they have
champ,
to
right?
pay.
Can get you more score by 444444.
Multi-state settlements. Carlos Sobri Espinosa.
He's ready.
2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
The Duke City's home for sports.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's a yes.
This is 9
Here you go. Mike's hot.
and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Back live on the program, live from Sadie's BKFC 59. Friday, March 29th at Tingley Coliseum. Doors open at 5. Prelims start at 6. Main card 7. Remaining tickets van available for $45 at bkfc.com. The box office the night of the event. You know John Dotson from not just Duke City Championship Wrestling for being a super bad dude, 3-0. Defends his BKFC Flyweight World title against fast rising contender. Oh, and I'm apologizing here. I'm not trying to do this on purpose. Dagoberto Aguero 1-0 in the main event. John, welcome to the program, brother.
What up, you guys? How you doing?
Feeling good, my man. How are you? Nimble, excited to fight in front of the home crowd. What does this week look like to you?
A whole lot of I want to eat, like some candy and pizza, burgers, all that good stuff. Burritos.
When was the exact cutoff after weigh-in where you're like, oh, I can start sucking my face again? I got some pounds to put back on.
So right after the fight is when I can go ahead and eat anything. So right after the fight, I always get like a pizza so I can go ahead and start stuffing my face at my house, and then I go and venture out, do whatever I want.
So
I start to eat lean food for for the next few days.
Yeah, you beat me to my question. So you can't just start gorging yourself after weigh-ins. It has to be more calories, but good, clean calories.
Yes.
The Friday night.
Whoever says that they want to fight, they don't understand the sacrifices of it. When you're a fat kid at heart.
Friday night is fight night at Tingley Coliseum. You can watch John defend his title, the flyweight world title, against a first-time opponent for you. Talk to us a little bit about the matchup. John, talk to us a little bit about just the validity of the sport. Van and I were at the last one where we watched you compete, and it is the most intense thing I think I've ever seen in person.
Because the punches sound so crazy in the crisp, and you can actually hear the full connection of bone-on-bone action. Since I'm fighting Dagoberto, he's literally been sitting there 17-2 as a professional boxer with 10 knockouts, and I want to go ahead and secure the victory by knocking him out. He's already been knocked out once before, and I want to do it again so that I can go ahead and solidify myself as being one of the most dangerous strikers that's come. But since he's been a professional boxer,
Heading out.
Lost you for just a second there, John. I know you're talking about the main event on Friday night, how excited we are to be there. We're going to show up late. We got to do some Ice Tubs baseball stuff during the day or whatever, and then we're going to make our way over. As we come in late, what are you expecting from the fan base of Albuquerque? How many are you expecting to be in attendance? Do you peek behind the curtain to see the energy of the building before you go out and compete?
Oh, absolutely. The energy of the building is going to be electrifying. I'm going to be able to absorb it all so I can go out there and crush Dagoberto's skull in.
John, how do you match up with Dagoberto? What are each of you guys' skills and weaknesses? And without giving up too much, how are you going to play it in the ring?
Well, there's an obvious height disadvantage in my favor because of the fact that he's 5'10", 5'11" ish. But we already know that I'm coming out there super fast, electrifying. I'm gonna hit harder than he's ever been hit, and I'm really gonna test his chin. I've never been knocked out, so I've never been knocked down or knocked out in any of my fights. So this isn't gonna be the beginning of it at all.
When you're standing across from a guy in the moments before it's time to fight, what is your mechanism? Like, where does your mind go? Like, what is the preparation, and can those in attendance see you go into that mode?
Be honest with you, it's like knowing that I'm going to go ahead and fight for my life.
Yeah.
I'm going out there trying to go ahead and hurt this man because I know he's going to hurt me. And if I let him dictate the pace, they can see the intensity, and you can actually feel the moment when it leaves. Like that will lose your soul. And I'm going to crush you. Elevate your guys' expectations when I rip it out from them.
BKFC 59 is this Friday night over at Tingley Coliseum. Doors at 5, prelims at 6. Main card starts at 7. Tickets available for as cheap as $45 at BKFC.com or at the box office. Also, and I don't know how public this is yet, man, but I'm going to spill it right here. If you come to Duke City Championship Wrestling on Thursday night, because you have a chance to go to wrestling on Thursday and BKFC on Friday, I know we're going to have a ticket opportunity for our fans in attendance for BKFC. So you can double dip into the world. John, you've been to a Duke City Championship Wrestling event. You're a showman at heart. Do you bring any of that into bare knuckle? Do you bring in that energy that you brought into our squared circle?
Oh, absolutely, because of the fact that I have to be the most electrifying man of entertainment history.
John, you've had success every step of your career. When you made the transition from UFC to BKFC, what was the learning curve, right? Did you have to unlearn new things, learn new things? Tell us how that played out.
The whole learning curve between like mixed martial arts and bare knuckle, it kind of translates very spatially together because boxers can stay so close, stay tight in very tight range. But since BKFC is like whoever hits first is ultimately going to be the winner, it still stays in with like the MMA scene. So I have to be able to keep my range, be on my toes, be bouncing from side to side. And not only that, I take full advantage of the fact that my clinch game is pretty much undeniably stronger than everybody that I've come across.
Boom.
I don't know if I know the sport well enough yet, John, to tell you like what a very good approach to a fight is. Have you tried to smarten up the fan base at all? Is there anything I should look for specifically when watching the fights in these bare knuckle competitions?
Absolutely, because the fact that bare knuckle is very new. Bare knuckle is designed in the area of dirty boxing. So it's where you can tie somebody up and use that Muay Thai type of clinch, or like how they do it in mixed martial arts, and go ahead and repeatedly pound your fist into somebody's face. So those are going to be the key areas that you can go ahead and see little moderations and difference. And you can see where boxers tend to think that the referee's going to break it up, when a mixed martial artist is going to continuously hit you until the ref pulls you off.
Did it come naturally to you to transition from like blows on the mat versus blows standing up? Did you feel like you already had an advantage having so much success in the world of mixed martial arts beforehand?
Absolutely, because of the fact that I can manipulate this collar tie and spin him around faster than his natural defenses. Him getting cracked is going to sit there and make him go into that clinch mode where he has to stop the action and slow me down. Where I'm going to be repeatedly used to tying him up, struggling off, like fighting for head control position, and also being able to fight for the actual inside control in those clinching areas.
Whenever you find out who your opponent is going to be, how quickly do you ask about their professional history? How quick do you want to find out if a guy was an MMA guy, or if a guy was a boxer, or if a guy was otherwise? And then how does that affect how you approach a fight?
I look it up immediately.
Yeah.
So as soon as they give me an opponent's list of opponents, I research all of them. So I get 5 opponents, and I tell them which one I want to fight, and whichever one says yes, then that's the one I'm currently going to go out and beat up.
John, everyone knows that
So
everyone knows that Albuquerque's a big fight city. We love our mixed martial arts here, our boxing, our bare knuckle boxing. Can you talk a little bit about the fandom here and the energy that you expect at Tingley on Friday?
And it's going to be nothing but amazing. Like, these guys coming out here, they love violence, and I'm going to produce the best way of violence. Everyone wants to watch people go ahead and knuckle up, because this is what we do as a whole. Our whole city does nothing but fight. The whole state of New Mexico is nothing but fighters. And we have nothing but professional athletes in that genre. We don't have football. We don't have soccer. We don't have anything on that higher, stardom type of level. So this is our chance to go ahead and get behind the true people who want to dig in. And we all get to have that. We get to ride the same type of coattails, sitting there saying, maybe one day I could do that.
You can watch John perform Friday night, BKFC 59, the undefeated 3-0 BKFC flyweight world title on the line. John Dotson, the main event in his hometown of Albuquerque. Anything we missed, John, before we let you go?
There's nothing that you missed. I want to give a shout out to Oak and Ivy, Euro Shack. It's out there, coming up there. You guys need to go out there and eat some of their amazing food. Little Coin, if you guys need any help with anything.
Love all that.
Oh, sorry.
John, you're the best, brother.
Okay.
Thank you.
I tell you, that's when you know you're with a pro. Not the best phone line of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, kept it dialed in. Was still a dude. Appreciate that a lot.
Took a couple jabs, rolled right off of them.
We
on the internet. Through our phone service. I do not want to insinuate that I punched John Dotson.
No, you would lose.
For the love of God, no.
The Isham soundbite of the day whenever we get back. The Isham Dental soundbite of the day. Coming on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Clear. Good.
This report is brought to you by Blake's Lottaburger.
Is that love in the air? Or is it chocolate? Blake's Lottaburger has the answer. Indulge in a chocolate cheesecake milkshake or a rich chocolate iced coffee, both served with a hint of cherry. Spread the love with Blake's Lottaburger for a limited time only.
Traffic right now, things not moving bad in the metro at all. I-25 looks good in both directions. I-40 is moving up to speed. Now, westbound up Paseo, we are dealing with some slowdowns still between Jefferson and the river. Also, Montano headed west between Rio Grande and Coors. Traffic moving a bit slow there. And still seeing some minor slowdowns headed west on Alameda as you approach Coors.
This report brought to you by Quality by DiLorenzo, Lomas, and Pennsylvania.
Don't be mad. This March, make your March happy at Quality Buick GMC on Lomas, featuring the best selection of Sierra 1500s with rates as low as 0.9%. Quality Buick GMC on Lomas, Northeast, and QualityDeal.com.
Call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion. Learn how you can help offer safety to the most vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org. Sponsored by Oxfam America.
Febreze.
So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy. Febreze. La, 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 la.
Do you want to save water and save time? Raquel here with JPR Gravel. You don't have to water or weed, just put rock. We've got decorative gravel, pressure fines, base course, flagstone, and dirt for your project. Visit our gravel yards in Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, or Bernalillo, or jprgravelnm.com.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6580. That's 800-583-6580.
What's keeping you from learning the language you've always wanted to speak? Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make learning fun. Fun isn't hard. Right. And in 10 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons are designed to get you having real conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
That's not long.
It's not hard.
It's perfect.
It starts here. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Recently, Lerner & Rowe was named the second most influential law firm in the United States. Although we have offices in other parts of the country, we are your local law firm. No other law firm in the state comes close to the experience, reputation, and results as Lerner & Rowe. When you're hurt in a wreck and need a check, call the law firm that can get you the results you need. Call Lerner & Rowe.
Lerner & Rowe can get you more. Scroll 544-4444. Carlos Uri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
This Friday night at Tingley Coliseum, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is back in Albuquerque, featuring fights with John Dotson, Donald Sanchez, and many more explosive bare knuckle fighters. Avoid the sellout. Get your tickets at bkfc.com. KNML AM Albuquerque is the sports animal, proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us.
Now
betting for the.
Here you go. It's the girl talking about the perfect bracket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred? Okay.
Yep.
Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on deck circle.
Here you go.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Back live from Sadie's on 4th. Good day of Sports Talk Radio today.
Yeah, buddy.
Do you have Medicare A and B? You can contact Isham Dental, ishamdentalabq.com, where they can help you, Van, with your denture repair. They can help you, Van, I don't even care with your arch. They'll get you with a set. We'll set you up. They can do all that with free x-rays and consultation. Go to isham.dental.abq.com. It's time for our Isham Dental soundbite of the day.
No one has ever picked a perfect March Madness bracket. You have a 1 in 9 quintillion chance. There are 7.5 quintillion grains of sand on Earth, so you have a better chance of picking out a single grain of sand out of all of the beaches in the world. But you might say, hold on, that's just if you flipped a coin for each of the 63 games. I'm sure you can do better than 50%. The NCAA says the average person who makes the bracket has a roughly 67% chance of picking the winner for each game. So their chance is 1 in 120.2 billion, which means that if every person in the US made a different bracket with average accuracy, it would take 366 years for someone to get a perfect one. Even the best statistical prediction models get it right only about 75% of the time, which means they have a roughly 1 in 10 billion to 1 in 40 billion chance. The closest anyone has ever come was in 2019. A guy in Ohio got the first 49 picks correct. In the end, March Madness is a tournament of skill and chance and upsets and Cinderella stories, and no one, not even the best tech in the world, can predict it. So enjoy. If you like optimistic science and tech stories, follow more.
That was Cleo Abram, man, a pretty popular YouTuber, mostly for science stuff, though.
Okay.
I first found out about her when she told me how paper airplanes fly.
Well, how to fly them well?
No, just like how it works, like at all, because I don't
drag versus acceleration.
Yeah, I don't really,
okay.
don't really understand.
Okay. Can we listen to it again, slowed down?
She taught. It's a YouTube video.
That flew right by me.
Here's what it said.
Okay.
1 in 9 quintillion.
Quintillion.
I
was wrong. I said trillion.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
In classic, no, it's a much higher number fashion. He said, my number seems high.
It's very high. 9 trillion is insane. 9 quadrillion is a number that I'm not sure how many zeros it has.
Amory said it earlier. There are no perfect brackets left amongst any of the major online platforms. That includes NCAA, ESPN, CBS, and Yahoo. The number Utah State's victory over TCU, the one in the final first round, eliminated the last standing perfect bracket. So it is gone. I am currently sitting at 5th in the two leagues that you and I competitions that you and I are in, and you are not.
I'm not. I am nipping at their heels, though.
I have the highest point possibilities of everyone remaining. Therefore, if I remain perfect, which seems pretty realistic knowing how I am, everything should go great for me, and I will become the big winner.
Houston Cougar is going to win the national championship. I'm gonna buy up a lot of points when that happens.
I took Connecticut.
Connect to it. I got them losing the final. So
yeah, they won recently. I don't know if you know that.
Last year, and it's nearly impossible to repeat. Ask that lady.
Let me give you her name one time.
Thank you.
Cleo Abram.
I mean, there's a reason that Warren Buffett is willing to let you put in a bracket for $5 to win $1 billion.
Yes.
Because he knows it's not going to happen. And you could just give him your money.
You know what the worst part is? The hypocrisy.
It's not the worst part.
Okay.
No, it's
the
other thing.
As day 2 began, there were 2,100 perfect brackets still left amongst the 31 million plus submissions.
Yeah. One of them was Atlanta Falcons running back Bijan Robinson.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He got day 1 perfect.
Shouldn't talk about that.
Yeah. I think you can fill out a bracket.
After opening day action, 3 number 11 seeds, the one I can't pronounce, Duquesne, North Carolina State, and Oregon, along with number 14 seed Oakland. By the way, I reached out to Oakland broadcaster Neil Rule, who I know really well. We're going to have him on the program this week.
Excellent.
So there's a lot going on in his world right now. But for Oakland, for Oakland, which is in Detroit,
correct,
to have upset Kentucky, that's a big deal. And I was like, hey, can we get you Monday? He's like, listen, the world's upside down. Definitely later in the week, though.
Yeah.
So perfect brackets continue to fall throughout Friday. Number 9, Northwestern. Number 5, San Diego State. Number 2, Marquette. Brought the number of brackets down to around 700, man. You talked about Bijan Robinson. That's when he got eliminated.
Yep.
So he was done after that point. The number was down to 383 after win. I love this kind of stuff. So
right.
Just bear with me. The numbers were down to 383 perfect brackets after wins by Clemson and number 1 UConn. And it fell to 23 following victories by who? Yale
Hmm.
and Colorado.
Uh-huh.
So we get down to where we're currently at. Just 7 brackets were perfect. Number 4, Duke. Number 9, Texas A&M. Number 4, Alabama advanced. Then number 12, James Madison upset Wisconsin. And that knocked 6 of those 7 out. So there's only the 1 left. And then the last remaining bracket named, are you ready?
Yeah.
Metal Sticks 84 picks.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It was an ESPN one, had number 9 TCU and number 5 St. Mary's advancing in the final 2 games of round 1. But TCU fell to Utah State, so there is that. And Grand Junction stunned St. Mary's, which you talked about earlier. You thought that was a thing that was going to be a thing.
Correct. Yeah, I had St. Mary's winning 2 games going to the Sweet 16. That one hurt me. Had Colorado winning 2 games going to the Sweet 16. That one hurt me. I had Kentucky going to the Elite 8. That one hurt me greatly.
There has never been a verified perfect bracket, according to the NCAA. Organizations track that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, you've never been to a barbecue with one of my uncles.
The longest, and it was mentioned in our soundbite of the day, the Isham Dental soundbite of the day, the longest a bracket has ever stood was 49 games in 2019, and that was from a dude from Columbus, Ohio. Cool. And it was the first person to have a perfect bracket beyond the second round. So there you go, man.
Should Two Men Ons establish our own perfect bracket challenge, much like Warren Buffett?
You're just playing
but with
the weirdest
significantly
thing.
less money.
If you win, you get to marry Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
But the 90s version, because we have access to that.
That 1 billion brackets a year for 366 years. You don't have to do 366 years. Next year could be the year. It's your year, guys. It's your year to fill out the perfect bracket. Next year, guys, you got this, and the Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl. So congratulations. It is your year for both.
All of those numbers that I gave you, thank you to Eric Mullen of NBC Chicago. That's the NBC5 affiliate in Chicago. He put together all those phones. So Scott Isham Dental, ishamdentalabq.com, $50 denture repair. I heard a fun testimonial from a friend of the show the other day that said they took their kiddo in there, needed a retainer for sleep, like same day.
Yeah.
Like go in. And they don't, they put goo-goo mold on your mouth forever.
I don't even need them, and I want to do that part.
Well, that part's gone. It's like a scan thing now. We're living in the future.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I want a mold of my mouth.
We hung out with Scott Isham the other night. Amory went to the Sandia Sports Bar, which, by the way, did you know you could drink and gamble at that part? Like up at the top.
Well, you can play slots.
Yeah,
you
where the
can't
slots
do
are.
table games.
Can you do that in all of it, or is that just the upstairs part? I really don't know. But it was like a super cool vibe up there. Like we were at,
You can't sports bet there.
You cannot sports bet there. No. Oh, so Amory doesn't go. So
correct.
So we were at Revel earlier doing some stuff with the station. So that's where Cumulus, which is our parent company, that's where they're doing their official watch party. We showed up, we looked around the room and said, these aren't the friends of the show. These are a lot of cargo shorts here. So we headed over to Sandia Sports Bar.
It's such a nice view at Sandia Sports Bar.
Oh my gosh, it's unreal.
You beat me
And
to it, Amory.
Not a bad. What I like about that, because I care so much about sports, is there's not a bad seat in the house. There's like a lot of TVs.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah, everyone was watching March Madness, and I was just like cozied up right in front of that 2-story window looking at the Sandias.
Yeah,
like,
it's so
man,
pretty.
Are you in timeout? Like, what are you doing? It's like, no, I'm looking at our beautiful mountains, guys. Leave me alone.
Well, like the number of friends of the show that were there was too high.
Mm-hmm.
Like
There's a bunch.
It's so fun to go to that
There's a
stuff.
bunch.
And my shoot friend, my legitimate friend. So Steve Davis, former UNM Lobo basketball player, owner of Provie Networks, basically my dad here in town when it comes to media. So, to be able to talk to him about the game and what he's seeing, and because he was my broadcast partner when I was at New Mexico Highlands all those years, to be able to just absorb the game, not just the visual of the Lobos giving up completely and not trying in the first half and then carrying that exact same momentum into the second half.
Mm-hmm.
It was Steve, being able to be like, hey, Fred, here's why they're failing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Expert analysis.
Yes.
It helps.
Good.
Yeah. We go out a lot. We're a lot of friends of the show come to where we are.
Yeah.
We love the support and the camaraderie and
Beer,
love it so much.
we're here.
Also beer. Yeah. Beer.
Yeah.
Beer helps. We get a lot of people asking for selfies and taking pics and
That's
stuff like that.
fun. Yeah.
And I was talking to a friend of the show, Jay, And then one of his buddies was like looking at his phone and like showing his lady friend. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go talk to him. Like, he's nervous. He doesn't know how to just walk up and say hi, which you can, by the way, friend of the show. We're very friendly. We're out a lot. Don't be shy. But I thought he was being shy, so I was about to go talk to him. And then he runs up right next to me and he says, "You look just like my favorite rapper, Prof." Oh, so I thought he was like nervous coming up and talking to me, but he was searching for a picture on his phone of my doppelganger.
Your haircut sucks.
I love it so much.
When we're at the San Diego Sports Bar the other day, Marie, and I'm talking to friend of the show. I don't want to use last names. Friend of the show, Jay.
Yeah, don't do that.
Who is the doctor for Duke City Championship Wrestling? Just happened to be there, like friend of the showing. So he's the guy who does our physicals. And by the way, doing a physical on some of the professional wrestlers in Duke City Championship Wrestling is just theater in itself. Like, these guys, they're not athletic. Like,
I thought you were going to say torture.
To them or to the physician?
To the physician.
Yes, that is correct. Mm-hmm. They do the one where they're like, all right, can do a squat and get up or whatever. And it's all their knees are popping. So they're all just old men, and they're like Hobo Hank, right? Co-owner of Duke City Championship Wrestling, Hobo Hank.
Elite level athlete.
Yeah.
Does not need a physical.
Between the time that he gets to the building and the start of his match, an entire pack of cigarettes? Does that sound accurate?
He's a nervous guy.
Like, that's what he's working with. So anyways, we're talking about the wrestling show, and we got a big one coming up on Thursday at the Historic El Rey. And Scott Isham was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come to the wrestling show, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun." And I'm like, so I'm talking to Jay, but I'm like, "Yeah," and he's coming or whatever. He's never been. And Jay is like, "Well, he goes to every show." And I'm like, "No, Scott, not my co-host fan." He goes, "Oh, that guy with that terrible haircut? There you go, Van. You got identified as the guy with the terrible haircut."
That is your side of the story. That's not how it worked out whatsoever.
He might have used even a medical term to describe your hair.
Well, medically, somebody with this haircut has a lot of health concerns. Well, me, I did it on purpose.
Your hair's just short.
Yeah.
Here's what it does.
Okay.
It lets me, Marie, all the friends of the show know that you're not afraid of poor decisions.
I don't think it looks as bad as all you guys say it looks.
No one says that. It's only Fred. He's single solitary, the only person with this shtick.
Van looks like if you drew a smiley face on a Q-tip.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, like a handsome ass smiley.
Van looks like if you took fingernail clippers.
I know I'm supposed to do the and roast you too, but I don't think it looks bad.
Yeah, I'm very good looking, and Fred's wildly jealous. These are the ramblings of a jealous narcissist.
If I was an actual narcissist instead of a faux one like I am, I would not actually care because I'd be so consumed with myself.
God, it's hard looking away from mirrors when you're this good looking. Shiny surfaces distract me often.
Hey, Mary, sometimes Van just sits in front of his laptop without it on so you can just see his reflection in the black mirror. I'm not joking. Do you think that's healthy?
Yes, I think it's good to have high self-esteem and to love yourself.
Your boys still got it.
When we get back from the break, it's A. Marie's final week.
Aww.
So we're doing NFL headlines?
So we're doing NFL headlines. 2 minutes, 5.9 FM. And
I have them.
The Sports Animal.
I have them.
Much in the way of both I-25 and I-40 looking good here in the metro. They're moving up to speed. Some minor slowdowns westbound on Montano as you approach Coors. Also a little bit of a slowdown on Paseo headed west near the river. Northtown right now, I-25 between Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Traffic's moving up to speed in both directions.
This report is brought to you by Sandia Area Federal Credit Union. Better banking without the bank.
Move your auto loan to Sandia Area to save on your monthly payment and enjoy no payments for 90 days. Refinance now at sandia.org/auto refinance. Sandia.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The best of the birthday is back. We know your bracket is busted.
I'm never going to financially recover from this.
So you have a chance to make your voice heard. A birthday bracket is online now at sportsanimalabq.com. Vote for your all-time favorite birthday food right now. Nachos, salsa, tamale, and more. Let us know who you think is annual birthday bracket. Online now. .com.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. We have a 5-star rating. BB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6580. That's 800-583-6580.
What's keeping you from learning the language you've always wanted to speak? Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make learning fun. Fun isn't hard. Right. And in 10 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons are designed to get you having real conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
That's not long. Perfect.
It starts here. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Nothing beats homemade. With every ingredient, there is authenticity, handcrafted to make you savor every single bite. And there is no better place to enjoy that than Frontier Restaurant. Because Frontier has been perfecting their New Mexican-style homemade dishes for more than 50 years. From their delicious green chili stew and pozole to their famous breakfast burritos. Frontier thanks to UNM Sound Pack and Spirit Squads for their contribution to keeping the Lobo spirit alive. Join Frontier in supporting the UNM Lobos.
This Friday, Isotopes Baseball returns to RGCU Field. Families and friends will come together. Peanuts will be cracked, ice cream will be spilled, and the umpire will yell, "Play ball!" Join us for opening. 3,000 fans to receive an ear flap hat, courtesy of Gonstead Physical Medicine. For tickets, visit abqisotopes.com. Albuquerque Isotopes Baseball, the best family entertainment in town.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do
Let's play something, Grandma.
became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burn, Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase e-card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card. You can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every. You can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
A great paying career with benefits starts here as an MDC corrections officer with a $5,000 hiring incentive or up to $10,000 for a lateral move.
It's a great team. I enjoy the job. I love my coworkers and really enjoy what I do.
Call Metropolitan Detention Center now at 505-839-8999 or visit mdcrecruiting.com.
During Ram Truck Month at Malloy Ram in Los Lunas, get over 10% off MSRP on most Rams in stock. When you think Ram, think MalloyRam.com. See dealer for all details.
New Mexico Sports Authority, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports App.
Mike is hot.
Back on the program. Just me and A-Marie.
Where's Ben?
Don't worry about it. A-Marie's NFL headlines.
I'm not doing the last NFL hit. Well, we have 3 more days. Never mind.
A-Marie's NFL headlines here.
See, Van was really excited. He ran back to the table. Hey, starting off, we haven't done this in a while. It feels so good. The New York Giants have received the green light from owner John Mara to draft a quarterback as high as round 1 if if they so choose, quote unquote, if they fall in love with a quarterback and believe that's worth a pick number 6 or moving up, he supports it.
Yeah, he's watched Daniel Jones play for 3 years. Of course he's okay with it.
Gardner Minshew was right there.
And they acquired Drew Lock as well. Don't forget that during.
When did that happen?
Like a week ago.
Yeah. It was on this very program.
In one ear, out the other.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Lock's better than Daniel Jones.
Yes.
I'd rather have Drew Lock.
Gosh, so much money Daniel Jones is just going to make doing nothing.
Yeah. He got to beat the Vikings in the playoffs one game. Remember that, Amory? Remember that day?
You mean
he gave him $100 million.
Yeah, they really did.
He's like Matt Flynn.
Beat the 31st ranked defense that year. Yep. 49ers GM John Lynch says, I know, it's
John
crazy.
Lynn?
Petty much?
Lynch.
The defensive back?
No. 49ers GM John Lynch says wide receiver Brandon Ayuk is not available for trade.
Oh, he gone then. See ya.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Says every GM right
Yeah.
before he trades a player.
We're actually going to send you a verification code to prove that you received the package.
He needs to get traded to his real father, Mike Tomlin.
That's a good one. Mike Tomlin's in the news a ton too.
Have you seen Mike Tomlin with dreadlocks superimposed on his cranium?
No, I'm not weird.
They're the
dude.
same person.
Amory, during the break, I told Van I was watching videos of tapeworm extractions, and he was like, "You're weird." And then he tells me he looks at pictures of Mike Tomlin with dreadlocks.
Oh, this
superimposed.
information got forced upon me, but it's uncanny.
Like what kind of dreadlocks? Like Mekhi Phifer?
Like the ones Brandon Ayuk has.
Amory, list your favorite. Today's I-9 varsity is the I-9 varsity of dreadlocks. Today's I-9 varsity, the I-9 varsity of dreadlocks. You can do that immediately after this segment.
NFL's Global Markets program adds 4 new clubs. That's 5 new markets in 2024. Have you guys heard about this?
I have no idea what you're talking
For
about.
what sport?
The football, NFL. The National Football League announced the expansion of its Global Markets program with 4 new clubs and 5 new markets set to participate in 2024.
Wait,
what are you going on about?
For football, the NFL.
What is the Global Markets?
Clubs are seeing the value and opportunity in the new markets and aligning with the league to grow together, to have like international games.
Oh, international games.
Mm-hmm. So I need to look more into this, but this is going to be crazy.
So they're making, for instance, they're making like, what's a nice part of southern France? Nice. So, so they're like, hey, Nice is now the European home of the Green Bay Packers.
Right. So it first launched in
Good cheese
2022.
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
First launched in 2020, the Global Markets Program awards NFL clubs international marketing rights to build brand awareness.
Oh,
and
this is
fandom.
This is the dumbest stuff of all time. Okay. So I'm just had to look it up because I had no idea what we're talking about.
Sorry.
You ready, Van?
Okay.
Cleveland Browns have been granted the rights to Nigeria.
Yeah, this is what I was about to share with you. Yeah.
The Detroit Lions have been granted rights across Austria, Canada, Germany, and Switzerland. Hey, good for Detroit to get Canada. God forbid you had to throw a stone across the bridge from their field. That's not an exaggeration. That's where Canada is.
Yes.
The Indianapolis Colts granted rights across Austria and Germany. First of all, not the best combination historically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the New
There
York
were odds there for a minute.
Yeah. New York Giants, Germany. Oh gosh, there's like bidding too. What the? This
Yep.
is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
So Argentina and Colombia rights granted to the Miami Dolphins. Amory, I don't understand what any of
Oh,
this is.
Japan's in the
Now,
mix.
okay, so Colombia and Miami, that's a natural fit. That makes
Yes.
total sense.
Rams to Japan, South Korea to
Direct flight.
I don't. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. So they're just saying that if you're from a certain country, like let's say you're from Mexico, who's to say? Are you telling me I have to be a Cardinals fan? What if I
I
want to be
guess.
a Cowboys fan?
Oh, this is so great.
This is the oh.
It's so stupid, but it's
The
so
Cowboys and Raiders already have Mexico.
I think the Steelers have Mexico too, and the 49ers,
and the Cardinals.
and probably the Chiefs, and probably the Rams, and probably the Texans.
God, this is so
Not
funny.
the Texans, though. Historically, Mexico and Texas.
Pretty hard. That's a good point. So the
Have you-
Broncos.
Forgotten about the Alamo? It's on the T-shirts.
said I would never
It's on the mugs. It's on the bumper
said I
stickers.
would remember,
the Alamo.
I'm an idiot.
Mexico hates Texas.
Amory, moving forward, although
Mm-hmm.
you're only on the program for 2 more days because you're leaving the country.
Yeah. I'm going to Japan, where the Rams have expanded globally.
I would like to never, ever mention the NFL Global Market Program again.
Don't you think? I think the NFL should be way more concerned about football. I mean, good football being played in the, I don't know, Carolina.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, so we won't mention that in the next 2 days of NFL headlines. Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin was really excited about his new quarterback room. He is saying that Russell Wilson is going to be in a pole position, which, what does that mean?
That's
and he's
page 137 of the Kama Sutra.
And he's excited to work with Justin Fields.
So I know what a pole position is because I recently tried to get into F1 racing. So you can start in the pole position,
right?
But it doesn't mean you're going to win. I can give you examples, like from F1 last week.
Max Verstappen didn't win.
First time in a long time.
Okay. Put him out to pasture.
He tried hard.
Okay.
William Byron won the second pole, so there you go.
I'm way less concerned about the Steelers quarterback room, and I'm way more concerned about Mike Tomlin's illegitimate son, Brandon Ayuk.
That's funny. Van.
Show me the birth certificate.
Did you put that on the thing, Van? It looks weird. You showed it to me. It looked weird.
They're doppelgangers.
They're the same person.
Kenny Pickett used to be the quarterback for Pittsburgh. Do you remember that? It was a long time ago. Okay. So whenever Russell Wilson came to Pittsburgh, they were like, hey, Kenny, you're not the pole. And then he just left.
Yes.
That's it. That's the end.
Yeah, I was just wondering what a pole position was.
Like many polls were forced to right before the start of World War II.
Oh, there you
go. Okay. Buffalo Bills said this past weekend that everyone needs to stop being narrow-minded to say Buffalo hasn't had success without a Super Bowl win.
Well, I mean, second place is successful, right?
Not in a poll situation.
They did that 4 years in a row. That's very successful.
If you legally changed your name to anyone else, you would receive votes in the next presidential election.
That's a good point.
Head coach for the Miami Dolphins, Mike McDaniel, made a contract offer to Odell Beckham Jr. The conversations are ongoing.
He doesn't give out contracts. He's not the GM.
Yeah.
Cool.
That'd be a good fit. You know how to use them. He might actually use them.
He old now, dude.
Yeah. Still play.
They're going to lose Tyreek Hill to something off the field.
Yes.
They better be ready.
Los Angeles Chargers, Jim Harbaugh, intrigued to have number 5 overall selection. I know. He has the number 5 overall selection in a quarterback-heavy draft.
J.J. McCarthy.
He said it's an exciting pick.
He's getting J.J. McCarthy. It's the only pick.
What about Justin Herbert?
Trade him.
He could have J.J. McCarthy, whose stock is through the roof right now. He just had a pro day.
Harbaugh said it's the best day he's ever seen in the history of the world.
It was a Sunday, as I recall. You know the worst part, Van?
Marvin Harrison Jr.
All right, so you get Marvin Harrison Jr. at 5.
And it makes Herbert look way better.
Yeah, but you also end up with J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, and you trade Justin Herbert for the 6th pick, and you take J.J. McCarthy.
Who would want Justin Herbert? What sub-15 team would want Justin Herbert?
I bet 4 teams would love to have Justin Herbert.
No, it's not that many. Houston don't want him.
Check.
All right, I got 2 more for you.
Be the Titans. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so this was big news, but we've been off air forever.
That's fine.
Kansas City Chiefs traded quarterback L'Jarius Sneed to the Titans for 2025 third and swap of 2024 7th-round picks.
It's not a very good trade.
If the Hunts aren't going to buy their team a new locker room, the Hunts aren't going to buy their team a new cornerback.
Yeah.
If you're not going to have modern facilities, why have good players to fill them with?
So they knew they were going to change this tackling rule, this rugby tackling style rule, and they're like, that's the only way Sneed can tackle. Let's ship him out of here. We don't need this dude. What's going to do? Wrap up a big old tight end and just do pitter-pat feet? What's the whole deal? Yeah, see ya.
See ya. And lastly, I'm doing this one for Van. Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love, believes 2024 is the perfect time for a chance at a Super Bowl. People know what we're about now.
I agree. Every year for the rest of Jordan Love's career is going to be the perfect time to win a Super Bowl, starting with next year.
So stupid. The way that the league is now set up where you can't tackle guys, I don't know if you saw that today.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to score 1,000 points in a game.
Correct. For a while now, since the rise of CTE,
yeah,
you can't hit people high.
Yeah.
And now because of all the awful turf injuries, you can't hit people low. And then from the new rule changes today, you can't hit them in the middle either. So just let them run by you and keep cashing checks.
They said if you wrap your arms around a guy, you can't just throw your feet out from underneath yourself. What?
What does that mean?
That's what a tackle is.
You have to wait until your teammate grabs the mattress and the pillow and you set him on top of it.
You have to wait until he gets
That's new rules.
Until he gets a little tucky tuck
Yeah.
into the turf.
You get some little scratchums in the middle of his back and he gets tired and you let him lay down.
You Odell. Odell, you want snuggles, cuddles?
Yeah, first he's
You
a
got-
good boy.
Which one?
He fell down for a good tackle. You give him a good little treat.
Yeah. Beat a little spoon.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they need.
And then they're going to extend the play clock for 15 seconds so you can give your opponent a nice little shoulder rub after the play.
Today's I-9 Varsity of Dreadlocks. Whenever we get back, it's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. Live from Sadie's on 4th, the sports animal.
The best of the birthday.
Clear.
We know your bracket is busted.
I'm never going to financially recover.
So you have a chance to make your voice heard. A birthday bracket is online now at sportsanimalabq.com. Vote for your all-time favorite birthday food right now. Nachos, salsa, tamale, and more. Let us know who you think is the best in the city in our second annual birthday bracket. Online now at sportsanimalabq.com.
Most people gamble. They visit a casino, buy a lottery ticket, play an online game. But for a few, gambling becomes more than fun. It becomes a problem, an addiction, just like a drug or alcohol addiction. Free and confidential help and treatment is available, funded by Responsible Gaming Association of New Mexico. A toll-free hotline, 888-696-2440, is available 24 hours a day. Find help at rganm.org.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do
Let's play something, Grandma.
became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Ink card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Ink Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Remember last summer when 100-degree days made you wonder if your couch was going to spontaneously combust? Your Swamp Cooler is only designed to lower the inside temperature about 10 degrees. 100 degrees outside, you do the math. Don't wait until you're melting and your family is whining. Now is the time to call Enchanted Mechanical to switch to air conditioning. No more unbearable heat. No more Swamp Cool conversions. You'll be the coolest dude in the neighborhood. Chill and visit the heating and cooling doctor, enchantedmechanicalnm.com, or call 321-4177.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential.
But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ziprecruiter.com/radio. That's ziprecruiter.com/radio. ziprecruiter.com/radio.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion. Learn how you can help offer safety to the most vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org. Sponsored by Oxfam America.
Febreze. So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Hey, Loki,
The Duke City's home for sports. 95.9 FM and AM 610.
Here we go.
Live from Sadie's on Sports. Today's I-9 Varsity. League office 280 at i9sports.com. 505-312-4999. Get your kids involved in some programs. You know, they're Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, Edwood, Bernalillo. Currently, right now, basketball, cheerleading, tennis, volleyball. All over town. You know what the deal is, man. The deal. All right, here's what's up. Today's I-9 Varsity of Dreadlocks. Obviously, I would like to go first because I don't want to miss out on my favorite one.
Okay.
But I will chance it and go last. Van, feel free.
All right. This is both my leadoff hitter and cleanup hitter. Very Acuna Jr.
I know you're about
right
to pick mine. I know you're about to pick mine.
It's Jeremy Lin.
Nope. Oh, good answer, though. Such a good answer.
The beef in between him and Kenyon Martin
That was unreal.
hilarious.
That's so stupid.
Absolutely hilarious. I don't know if you remember this, friend of the show.
I
but
do.
Jeremy Lin rocked some dreadlocks for a while when he's playing for the Brooklyn Nets. Kenyon Martin called him out on appropriating his culture. And Jeremy Lin, and respectfully, as eloquently as he absolutely could, fired back and says he thinks it's an honor that Kenyon Martin has Chinese character tattoos on his body. One of the greatest well-written disses in the history of sports.
Yeah, I can't believe the guy from Harvard was well-written.
Yeah.
Hey, Marie.
Wild.
I'm going to go with Angelina Jolie.
Okay, this is an interesting one you went with because
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I am here for it.
Yeah.
It was it Gone in 60 Seconds. She had a
Yep.
That was peak Angelina
She
Jolie.
was
where
trying.
she rocked them.
Trying so hard just
My
for
goodness.
me. Just for me.
My goodness.
I'm also using my leadoff as my number one because I don't want to lose it to you guys.
Excellent.
Counting Crows is Adam Duritz. Adam Duritz's dreadlocks bagged him all of the 90s hotties.
Yeah.
He got them all.
Wild. That was wild.
And it's been a long December. And the Counting Crows had 0 bangers. 0 bangers.
A lot of people like Mr.
Okay,
Jones.
fun fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Here we go.
My first concert ever was the Counting Crows, and it was at the Pit.
Aw.
In the 90s.
How many crows did you get up to before you had to leave?
Who did you go with?
I don't know, but I barely remember the concert.
Did you
I
go
went with my mom.
Mr. Jones and me. tell each other.
I went with my mom and the wallflower. Oh, you're not gonna like
I'm
this. The
so
wallflowers
mad
were also
right
there.
now.
Oh, bummer.
Hate Jacob Dylan. Van?
Next on my I-9 varsity of dreads.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very niche one.
Okay.
You're going to have to pull out the Google machine.
I think I'm already got it then.
Underground hip hopper, Mr. Liff. Mr. Liff has had the weirdest dreadlocks in the history of dreadlocks. He used to have just one big one that came off the top of his head and flipped backwards. And then I guess he cut it in half. And then now they flip on each side of his head. And he looks like basically like Black Ahsoka Tano, if you're familiar with that Star Wars reference.
This guy's look sucks and no one gets it.
Mr. Liff.
Helena Bottom Carner.
Okay.
She weird looking. I'm really into it.
Uh-huh.
Leave it at that. Hey, Marie.
I'm gonna go with a classic. I'm gonna go with Bob Marley.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's an actual good one
The
right there.
standard by which all others should be judged. If you're going to
Yes.
do a silhouette of a person with dreads, you're actually just drawing Bob Marley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Van?
In the 3-hole on my I-9 varsity of dreads.
My favorite hole.
Do you remember when Justin Bieber had dreadlocks?
Yeah, that was wild.
That was a rough moment in time.
And he would wear hockey jerseys all
Not
the
a
time.
lot of great things happened in that moment in time.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Hey, Marie, is it me or you? I think I cut you last time.
Yeah, you can go though, and then I'll go.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
That stuff is fire, dude. And he had little beads and stuff in it. I think he had dice. And I was like, oh, is it cool to wear dice in your hair?
We all need a good pair of dice.
And his beard was a little like dreadlocky too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me Jack Sparrow.
Okay, so she received a lot of backlash for this, but Lady Gaga about 10 years ago rocked some dreadlocks.
She can do what she wants.
They were good.
Yeah.
They were good.
You can just do that.
I got a very good last one.
All right. Batting cleanup. Do you remember when everyone except for Justin Timberlake in NSYNC had dreadlocks there for a second?
Like Chris Kirkpatrick?
Yeah.
Why did Chris Kirkpatrick have dreadlocks?
Why did everyone except for Justin Timberlake in NSYNC have dreadlocks? That is wild.
I like appropriation a lot. I think it's a fun thing. That was not it. That was not the one.
Is it appropriation or is it a melting pot? Who knows?
Not me. Hey, Marie?
I'm going to go. I was going to go with the Brian Welch from Korn. That's the lead singer.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor?
Davis.
Yes.
Jonathan Davis.
Jonathan Davis.
Yeah,
Jonathan Davis, right?
Yes,
was,
Jonathan Davis.
Yes. That's a weird dude.
A weird dude. His kind of worked. I don't know why, but his worked. Mostly when I see him on aggressively Anglo people, I'm just like, good Lord bless you, my friend. You do whatever you want. This is America. But sometimes it works. I think it worked for Jonathan Davis.
Predator, number one. Predator's got a tough look.
Yeah.
Predator is BA, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Honorable mention to Medusa.
Yeah, put her in the mix.
Those were snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Low key, Booker T.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, his
Yeah.
are like aggressively long now.
Yeah, his are wild good. So give me Booker T.
H-Town.
No. Are they braids or are they dreads? I guess I don't really know.
I think Booker T's are braids.
Yeah, I'm showing my ignorance to the culture.
That's okay.
Also, Predators could be braids as well. I don't know the anatomy of aliens.
That's right. Yeah. He's not at Area 51. He is a fictional character. We did not get to dissect him.
Pretty good list, guys.
Not bad.
Final Monday segment of A. Marie's life. Whenever we get back, it's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 6N. Live from Sadie's on 4th, the sports animal.
Hi, I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Many people All injury lawyers are the same. Their experience is the same, and that the outcome of their case will be the same. That's just not true. Hurt in a wreck? Be cautious of which personal injury firm you hire. Look for a law firm with a proven track record of results, like Lerner and Rowe. We've collected billions of dollars for over 150,000 injured people.
Multi-state settlements. Carlos Obri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. Stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com. Call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion. Learn how you can help offer safety to the most vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org. Sponsored by Oxfam America.
So my home is also my office, and before I can focus, that means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Gambling is more than slot machines and table games. Today, it also includes betting on sports, at casinos, sports books, online wagering, at game day gatherings, and on the golf course. Make a game plan for sports betting. Set a limit for how much you'll bet and stick to it. If you're wagering too much or concerned about a family member's gambling, reach out. The Responsible Gaming Association of New Mexico funds confidential help for problem gambling. Call the helpline or visit rganm.org.
Hey, it's Jeff Symbieta. Since she was 7 years old, Jasmine Schiffner wore glasses or contact lenses. Jasmine, you decided to have LASIK surgery with Dr. Coleman at Coleman Vision. Why'd you finally do it?
Yes, I played volleyball at Eastern New Mexico University and really struggled with my contacts and getting up early for practice. So my parents gave me LASIK as a graduation gift.
What a great gift. What difference is LASIK making now?
I'm currently coaching and teaching at Portales High, and it's so nice to get up in the morning without any vision issues. And I'm about to have a baby boy soon, so there's one less thing that I have to worry about when I get up for those late night meetings. Dr. Coleman made the procedure super easy, pain-free, and for someone who suffered with vision problems for years, he definitely changed my life for the better.
Coach, teacher, LASIK success story, and mom. That's a lot to celebrate. Like Jasmine, I'm another one of Dr. Coleman's thrilled patients. If you'd like to ditch your glasses or contacts, call 505-821-8880 or go to colemanvision.com. My quality is Golden Pride. When you take pride in doing something you love, you're sure to deliver the best quality in anything you do. That's why Golden Pride has been delivering some of the best barbecue chicken and ribs since 1972. And to top it off, they're also known for their award-winning burritos for the best tasting in town. Golden Pride thanks to UNM Sound Pack and Spirit Squads for their contribution to keeping the Lobo spirit alive. Join Golden Pride in supporting the UNM.
Here you go.
This is where New Mexico comes for sport. 95.9 FM and AM 610. Beans.
Here you go.
Hey, Marie, when did you start with Two Men On?
A year ago. Well, like almost a year ago. It was like last May.
So not a year.
It seems like way
God, it
longer.
seems like so
Yeah,
long.
it's
God,
It's
seems
been
like
it was
years.
Oh, I know. It's you're telling me.
Years. I
Um,
hate
Yeah, it was like a weird when they hired me full time at Cumulus. It was like a weird couple weeks, but I ended up on your show.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we actually traded for A. Marie from the morning show, which you can hear the opening drive every day, Monday through Friday. So that's not every day, but Monday through Friday, 7A to 10A, and they're doing a ton of really good, like a lot of Mountain West stuff, but like a ton of like really good stuff. And we were like, listen, we'll trade you for A. Marie. And Van got 3 of his favorite baseball cards.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
What? We're telling a little inside radio on how we got you on the program.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So Van had 3 of his favorite baseball cards, and I had an autographed Willie McGee rookie card.
Right.
So I threw that in because I thought that would have some value.
Smart.
Yeah, and I don't remember what yours were. What were they, Van?
I had a double of a Jeff Bagwell rookie card.
Yeah, that was
I had 2 of them, so I'm willing to get rid of
No
that
big
one.
deal.
I had one that I folded in half like 8 times. That was like shoved like underneath one of my chair legs. I
Yeah.
was like, I'll bring that one out. I forgot who it was.
It doesn't matter.
Probably Willie McGee also.
Okay, that hurts.
And then was just a crudely drawn stick figure that I slid into a card case.
And I had also I had a sleeve in my wallet of 2 partially spent gift cards to Cabela's, so I threw those in.
Okay.
And then I had on top of that, I had a pack of Diet Coke, and we were like, we will give you Diet Coke for 1 full calendar year, but I don't think they opened the case.
I gave 100 units of Hastings stock.
Smart. Yeah. So that's what
yeah.
Thanks,
so
guys.
we traded that for you.
Oh, thanks.
Year
It's
supply
been so
of Diet
fun.
Coke. We've done the most Monday shows together, Avery, because we're regularly like not allowed to be on the program like most days for some reason. Also, so the last week of 7 p.m. shows because I still have baseball's back. What's like your favorite Monday memory from this last year together? Was it
You're kind of just throwing this at
Was
me.
it the
but,
back-to-back Mondays when me and Van were live from Howie's? We had to talk about all of our friends dying. Ugh.
Yeah.
Sucked.
Yeah, that did suck. I do like Mondays when you're at Howie's though.
Yeah, those are sweet.
Because it's football.
Yeah, it's football, and it's
And
a really
Thursday
awesome place that you never went to.
Okay.
To be caught with us in public.
Well, obviously. It's a good shtick and then also a real thing. Okay, here's my thing. Is I'm not just saying this because you're at Sadie's. One of my favorite things, even though Thursday night football is terrible, and I don't know why I keep picking the days where we only have short shows. I don't have to be there that long.
Yeah.
But I'm not just saying this. Gilbert from Sadie's is probably one of my favorite
He's so
segments.
funny. He's so funny.
Her favorite memory is something with neither of us in
Yeah,
it.
I know that.
Oh,
That's
and any
2 on the nose.
and you can and I'll text him or you can tell him too. Anytime DWC's on,
Yes, our guest.
he's my favorite.
Yeah.
She enjoys
And Jake
us not being on. Anyone but us.
and
That's her
Aaron
answer.
Buck Burnett.
Ah, yes. More other people.
When Van brings his dog.
Oh, and Garbs
Yeah.
and Josh Shoeshon. I mean, hello.
Ah, yes.
All right.
She's just rattling off every
Oh,
person
and I love
who's ever been on the
love
show.
Brandon Ortega.
Okay. Anyone else you could think
Yeah, you
of?
got kind words for Jeff Grammer while we're here.
Oh, I love Jeff Grammer. We
Okay.
should all get them on the
Yeah,
program. Wednesday, should we have a going away party that
So-
I won't go to?
So what I heard is you're really burying Jay Bell here. Like Jay
Oh,
Bell,
I love Jay Bell.
not for stuff.
Well, I was focusing on sports. No, I love Jay Bell.
Okay.
And she's gonna get really sensitive and hurt. I said that, but I didn't mean that. Women Crush Wednesday is funny, especially it's really good because Fred, you weren't there for majority of them,
Yeah.
and I don't know why. That's actually hilarious that you brought that up.
He's ducking J Bell.
I know. I love Jay Bell. I brought her food.
Our Man Crush Monday segment today on the queue.
I can't wait to hear it.
It was very good.
Another good one.
Amory, I'm going to say my favorite thing about Mondays with you on the show is how I could drastically underprepare because you will, in about 3 seconds of hysteria, tell me every football thing from the previous weekend.
Yes. Thank you, Fred.
You love football more than I love anything in the whole world.
I do. I'm also doing stand-up comedy at Tractor Wells Park tonight if anyone wants to go.
Aw.
It's Newark Comics and me.
And you.
It's free.
New material?
Yeah, I'm gonna get weird, I think. I haven't decided yet.
Nice.
Final words, man?
20 seconds.
Too much for the time allotted, my friend. Anything that we didn't cover, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you at the Duke store tomorrow, Burke.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. Let's do it.
Steve, I love Steve.